humanity. It's all about humanity. It's all about humanity. About humanity. It's all about humanity. About humanity. It's all about humanity.
Hello? Hello everybody, we are just waiting for Noble Q to finish his intro. As it is 8:30 Eastern, 7:30 Central in the US. Thus, we start. Yeah, we start. I've got chat popped out on OBS this time, so should anybody, actually say anything, I should be able to read it a lot more quickly now. Well, yeah. There's a marathon going on for this plane, the TU1, which was on sale on Steam over the summer. And so I got it. Because, I had a couple of jobs over the summer. I was easily able to afford it. It was like $30. It was not expensive at all. Oh, look. Here's Q. Heyo.
Hello there, how are you, F22? Jolly good morning to you, and it is quite early morning. It's about 7:30 where you are, isn't it?
Yes it is. But overall, I'm doing all right.
Excellent. Are you ready to fly?
Sure. I was just telling my stream about the marathon for the plane I already own.
Okay, and tell me what you were telling them about the marathon.
That the marathon is okay. Prizes, for the most part, look to be kind of but the plane is worth it if they don't have it.
Definitely right. Yes, the plane is a good one, a very good Tier 7 plane. There is a steel crate, at least towards the end of the marathon as well, but it's an awful lot of grinding.
It's an awful lot of grinding for a lot of things that are not necessarily the most useful, like most of the crates.
Indeed, yes. So a much harder marathon than the original one for the TU1, as I remember it. I have done the marathon, as you well know. So what I'm concentrating on are my weekend missions.
Oh, yes, those.
I have two of those to do, and unfortunately, one of them involves attacking the ground. So I've been inviting B-29Cs into my game, but the other one I need to fly multi-role fighters, so we'll be able to mix it up a little bit. I'm going to throw it over to you. What would you like to do first?
Well, I'm also working on my weekend missions. I'm about 50% done with the fighter and the ground target one, but I've made almost no progress on the multi-role one.
Okay, your choice. Let's get in a flight and let's start flying. Good evening to you, Grant, and how is your mother? Very late evening, actually. It's just about time for your evening meal, isn't it?
Well,
10:30 in the evening?
if you're wanting to start with 8, I can oblige that.
Okay, well, let's do that then. I'm not sure if I've got a multi-roll at 8. Have I? No, I haven't got a multi-roll at 8 at the moment. That's okay, though. Let's find a tier 8 that we can fly. Unfortunately, I've done the fighter aircraft side of it, so have we got what we need to get the tier 9 Japanese fighter? No, we haven't. So we can fly the Jap. Yep, I'm all good. I've got a choice.
Great. I actually just unlocked that KI-94 too.
Yeah, it's a little bit limited by the fact it's got tier 7. The gun, it's the same guns as the tier 7, but it's a fine fighter. Good afternoon, Gilsack. How are you? Now would be a good time to come and join us on the NA server, Gilsack.
I like the Japanese KI line so far. Just once you first get it and you don't have any parts on them, it's miserable though, because you're so slow.
They have their niche. I enjoy flying them. I think on the NA server in particular, they're very much off meta, as people call it.
Yeah.
I wish there was a better word for it than that.
They are not the ideal choice if you want to win.
But they are fun to fly.
They are fun to fly. And actually, light fighters are generally, in period 3 for sure, are not the meta at all. But they are more fun to fly than bombers or heavy fighters, in my opinion.
Oh, there's no doubt about that in my view, for sure. One or two of them can cope. The MEP 1101 can definitely cope. The MiG-15 BIS, I think, can cope.
Yeah, I've heard somebody say that the MiG-15 is pretty good.
Well worth aiming for.
I have not gone down any of the fighter or multi-role fighter lines for the Soviets. I've just been doing the ground attack stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I just researched a tier 8 bomber, but I'm trying to build up some credits before I buy it.
Okay, so I vote that I go after the IL-40 all the time, and you should turn fight with the P-61. Yeah, quite. How do you want to do this?
Well, it's all garrisons, so I'd say we just flip garrisons, and if we run into the problem planes, run away.
The P-61 I'll be able to outturn very easily.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, he will be able to hit me with the turret, so...
Yeah, that turret's part of the problem.
I think you're going to find this all day long. The 4 battles I've just flown, albeit I was in a ground attacker, every single one of them was opposed by B-29C, so I lost all 4 of those. And we had no heavy either in any of those battles.
People must be desperate to get the missions done.
Ooh, we've made a mistake here. We've both gone to the same garrison.
Oh.
I've made a mistake by coming to the same garrison as you, although I was on the side of the map.
I was on this side of the map too, yeah.
Yeah, okay. Okay, I'm going middle, because I haven't got the speed really to contest the far one.
Alright, I'll go to the far one. Boost
Bomber.
cooler away!
You might want to shoot the bomber.
Sure.
You might not.
Well, he's turning towards me again, so...
You've already lost the middle, unfortunately.
I set him on fire, hopefully that takes him out, sweet.
P-61 is chasing you.
Oh, really?
Yeah, don't turn.
No, I'm just gonna see if I can drag him up. I do not have boost at this time, but I have better altitude, so... Looks like he's ignoring an Su-9?
Long may he continue to do that.
He is hitting me.
Yeah, the trouble
I'm in the
with
red.
it is, remember, he's got massive amounts of boost to compensate for other failings.
I'm sorry, where is his service ceiling?
I don't know. Clearly, it's able to cope with you, and unfortunately, I got smashed by the air defense heavies there.
I thought the Su-9 was going to take him out. His health was like 1.
Hello, John Candy, and thank you very much for your follow recently. I'll try to explain that at the end of the battle. But in my case, because I have a mod installed, all the bots are these things with asterisks. There is a way of telling what is... Well, there's more than one way of telling what a bot is, but they're all a bit cumbersome. The IL-40 is below me, so unfortunately he's already taken this sector. And he's not particularly damaged either. That means his rear gunner's probably going to finish me off. He was obviously hoping I'd follow through there.
As much as I hate to say it, maybe today is one of the days we avoid Tier 8.
Could be.
Which is such a shame, because I actually really do enjoy Tier 8. It's my favorite tier out of the bunch, but...
Oh, is it Singapore this weekend? I thought it was Austin, Texas. Oh, Klaus, I don't follow F1 anymore, so I can't remember.
Jeez.
You cannot leave it like that.
They've got a tier 9 ground attacker not opposed by anything, haven't they? Plus a P61. Dare I you? That's it.
Why did we end up in a tier... Oh, it's the tier 9 ground attacker.
Yep. Not a tier 8. We're down tiered as well as against 2 powerful aircraft.
Well, not ideal, certainly.
You should burn out. This is not a sector capturing aircraft. So they've got one aircraft which is ideal at stopping people from capturing sectors, and the other which is ideal for capturing sectors. So yeah, I'm not fond of street circuits, personally. I never was. I don't know why people found them exciting. I just find them boring class of bits because there are almost no opportunities for overtaking. Unless you happen to have a massively superior car to the car that you're chasing. And to me, that's the definition of boredom. I don't find that exciting at all. So yeah, it's a long time since I've bothered watching F1. What was I going to say? This is a bad map for a Key 84. Even Monaco I never particularly liked. Again, people said it was glamorous and exciting, and what it is it's glitzy, but it's not motor racing in my opinion. And I know the drivers say, well, street circuits really challenging, you're really exciting. I'm afraid I don't find them to be much of a spectacle.
Are you more of a NASCAR guy?
I'll tell you what, if I'm going to watch motor racing, I'll tell you what I really enjoy watching these days. British touring cars.
Oh look, there's that guy. I had to change my buttons recently, so I do not know which one is to shoot this bug guy button.
There's a heavy storm here. Unable to proceed.
I'm gonna get rammed.
Do you copy?
The IL-40 is going to have a go, and there's no point in me trying to shoot him down right now.
I'm out of the match.
Yeah, we're so far behind, it doesn't matter.
Good. Go back to base.
That was a total mismatch. Okay, so very, very quickly, if we look at the battle results, and I'll explain as best I can how you can tell bots from players. No method, in my opinion, is particularly nice, which is why people like me resort to using a mod to make it more obvious. Oh, I forgot to change my filter timer. That's annoying.
Well, one way, if you don't have any mods, to tell the difference is you can right-click on the names on the tab screen in game, and if
So
you
let
have
me
an
just
option,
demonstrate that.
if you have options of what you can do, then that's a player. If you don't have options, it's a bot.
Okay, so nobody is going to do that in the middle of a battle because they haven't got time, but it is true. If you right-click on a name and it doesn't react, you have no options, that's a bot. It's easier if the bots have names, but you have no mod. The names are always capitalized, so like Robert with a capital R, and they align with the nationality of the aircraft. Unfortunately, Robert I chose as a deliberate example because Robert could be British or American or French, Robert. So, but basically a capital at the start of the name is a good indicator it's a bot. A bot will never have numbers or special characters in the name either. So that's the way of telling what is a bot and what isn't a bot, but you can tell immediately that takes some processing and time. And that's why most people install a mod. Mine is a variant of a popular mod called Who's the AI Bots. Who's the AI Bots keeps the names but prefixes them with this asterisk, and that's fine for most people. I like to go one step further, so I create my own version of the mod and I take the names out entirely. Okay, I guess that's my choice.
Yeah. I guess that would be.
Okay, let's just see if we can get this going. Can we get that started? Probably not. Tools, script. Start. There we go. Okay. Righty-ho.
I'm thinking.
I'm going to play the Grand Attacker at Tier 8, and let's count how many B-29Cs we get. Hello, Patton Tanker. Thank you very much for the 100 bits there.
We're going to stay at Tier 8. I think I will go up in my P-51H. I haven't flown this in forever.
Okay, that's the perfect aircraft to shoot down multiple B-29Cs.
I'm planning to ignore them. I don't have an airplane that's good at handling the B-29.
There are no airplanes that are really good at handling the B-29. There are some that are better than others.
If you listen to certain folks, the way you deal with the B-29 is with a faster bomber.
Yeah, fine, great. So play the RB-17 instead.
So play the game boring.
Yeah, this is the problem. People don't understand. If they enjoy bombing, they can't conceive of why people would find the lack of variety that bombing brings into the game at high tiers is a real pain. Because they enjoy the exact thing that makes it a wasteland for everybody else.
Mm-hmm. I'm not going to give all my opinions on this topic because I am working on a video script talking about each class in the game and like doing an in-depth analysis on how healthy that class is compared to each other and like, you know, how what problem planes exist in that class, things like that.
I look forward to seeing that.
Well, I was hoping you'd be in it.
On the opposing side being shot down?
No. It's going to involve me, like, interviewing a bunch of other players, in a way. And I'm going to try and keep my opinions out of it, and I'm going to
Don't start
interview
me
as
on
many.
the topic of bombers.
I-
Really?
I was-
Don't.
I was going to ask you which class you would want to cover, primarily.
Bombers.
I'll just
So
have a
I'll-
bunch of pre-written questions.
Roughly, John. Roughly, there are advocates for them who think they're the best thing since sliced bread, and that other people are just weak for not being able to counter them. And there are those who say that they grossly unbalance the game and they need to be rebalanced. And I'm firmly in the latter camp, as you can probably tell.
So, they have a TU-10, that's a player, and they have a specialized B-32 and America plane.
It could be worse.
Could be worse. It is
Enjoy
cold peak.
yourself.
Which,
I'm obviously going to the plant.
yeah, I'll go to the military base.
Jolly good.
You are approaching the front line. Off we go.
And I shall just put some context on that remark, John. It's not all bombers. It's actually a few high-tier bombers in particular. Bombers up to tier 7 are absolutely fine.
I don't like the B-32 personally, but...
Oh
that's
yeah,
just
I
me.
mean, apart from the fact that you don't like playing some of them, but they're not overpowered and they don't unbalance the game is what I mean.
Yeah.
However, at tier 8, there's the B-29C, arguably the RB-17. At tier 9, the Junkers 287, and tier 10, the EF-131 and the Su-10. My opinion is that those bombers are far too powerful for the game, and they actually turn it into a different game. Here, this is a sector-based game, and broadly, you want to capture the important sectors and at times defend them. With those high-powered bombers, you're wasting your time defending quite frequently. If the person has any idea what they're doing at all in the bomber, you probably aren't. It's not worth defending. You just need to cap. Now, if you're on a big map, that means all slow planes are at a very serious disadvantage.
Like this
Anything that P-51H is not that.
one. No, I mean this map.
This map is a large map, yes. So anything Japanese turn fightery is basically going to struggle if it's up against a B-29C. It's even going to struggle against a B-32, frankly. So the variety starts getting sucked out of the game because certain planes are too powerful.
Can our bots destroy one ground target?
That's par for the course.
One ground target is all we need to flip this military base.
It'll never happen.
And, of course, because I'm nearby, the Yak-9 has decided, nope, I'm not going to go in the zone. I'm going to shoot you.
It's a rough life.
Oh, and here comes the B-32.
Well, shoot it down then.
I'm on
They've
2
got
health.
this. And the problem is,
Yak.
yes, basically that's a no-win situation. You either fly away from it, or you get shot down and come back with full health aircraft.
I'm going to have to go back over there now.
There was half a chance of me being able to get this. I held them up a little, but unfortunately I haven't managed to take it. I'm on the other military base, by the way.
Okay.
So just ignore that.
Oh, of course, it took our bots so long to destroy one ground target, the B-32 comes in, and one passes the entire sector.
Yeah, you get that occasionally. The bots just don't seem to be able to do what even something relatively simple.
One ground target. If I was in any other aircraft, I probably could have done it myself.
Yeah, unfortunately their Corsair has come along and defended the military base and shot me down. I had no help over there, so I was an easy kill. So I'll go to the military base. Do you want to go off and do something else?
Yeah, sure.
Or you can take out the heavies.
I'll
if you
take out
want,
the
so
heavies. I'm already here.
That's fine.
I'm already here. I'll take out the heavies, and
So in a case in point, B-32. What we need to counter that is a good heavy fighter. We have no heavy fighter. So these two light fighters that are flown by my friend F-22 and the Spitfire, they go after the B-32. They're more than likely to get totally destroyed by the defensive armament, which means that the B-32 has basically got a free pass to take every single sector.
okay. Military bases damaged. Have fun.
Fun? World of Warplanes?
Yeah.
They've almost got
What is this
Supposedly.
fun whereof you speak?
In games without bombers.
You may be beginning, dear audience, to get a sense that bombers are a problem. Not so much the B-32 normally, but in this situation where it's not opposed by anything that can take it down effectively, it's definitely a problem.
Basically, if I could swap, I'd swap to any other plane, and I would be able to more easily deal with that.
The people who advocate for CVs and bombers are the people who like an easy life. So it's not stupid. You could say they're being very smart. That's how it's easy to play the game. Everybody should be like me and play the game in the easiest fashion possible. What I don't like is the killing of the variety in the game.
Attention, all
So,
aircraft. Fall back and regroup.
on the EU server, the B-32 would have probably have been countered by a heavy player. We're unlucky here. Two light fighters that can't deal with the B-32, so the B-32 just goes round and squash everything. We weren't helped by the bots either, failing to destroy one
Ground target.
I think you can tell that F-22 was a little bit bitter about that.
I'm more mad at the bots than anything else.
Incidentally, if you're interested to see what F-22 is up to, at the top of my chat, there is a link to his YouTube channel. He's streaming right now, so please do join him and introduce yourself.
One ground target.
UK heavy fighters are generally very good at taking out bombers. The problem is that their role is more orientated, at least up until Tier 9, orientated towards doing a large percentage of ground attacking themselves. But the P228 is excellent at taking out bombers. The P1056 is pretty good at it. The Javelin is good at it, even though people don't like the wing-mounted guns on the NA server. Personally, I have no problems with those. Things like the ME410 at Tier 6 is excellent at killing bombers. At Tier 7, maybe there's a feeling, although Tier 7 heavies are a bit... Tier 8, P61 with a tank build is perfect for killing bombers, and so on and so on and so on. Almost any heavy will give a bomber at up to Tier 7 a hard time, including a B-32. At Tier 8, it becomes a little bit different. The B-29C is pestilentially difficult to destroy, especially if built like a tank. And it has masses of defensive armament, so even heavies can struggle against it. Your choice.
My choice. Well, I think we should fly some Tier 6.
Okay, I'm going into a multi-role. Take the opportunity.
And I am going to fly in the Mustang 1A.
A fine plane. This is where we get 3 XP-54s and an ME410 against us.
You know what? I'd rather face an XP-54 than a frickin' B-29.
Yep, so would I.
The XP-54 is not as oppressive as it was last year.
No, the January 2024 nerfs have made it less of a handful to deal with. It's still a nuisance.
Strong, but it's only really overpowering when someone knows how to fly a heavy fighter and they're in that plane. That's it.
And they would be good in any heavy fighter, and they probably will spread it about any heavy fighter anyway. So.
Mm-hmm. Like all of the people that spammed XP-54s are in P-61s now.
And that was the case for a long time once the P-61 came out. No, that's also nerfed in January 2024. The problem is, if you have the right equipment and the right pilot.
It wasn't nerfed enough.
Thank you for your follow, Rami Thap. Welcome to the community. It's lovely to have you along. So to finish my thought there, which F-22 did finish, the P-61 can still be reduced to 80 to 90% of what it was, although it's now vulnerable still to the F-82E, a turn-built P-80A, which actually is a viable build, a turn build on a P-80A. So
I know I have that. I love the P-80. That was one of the aircraft that was on my list to get, and then I randomly got out of a steel crate when I was taking advantage of a Steam sale. I'm like,
happy days.
Well, hello.
I'm interested to see how long my voice is going to hold up here, because I streamed for 3 hours this morning as well.
Oh, really?
Yeah, Expeditions Rome. Okay, so you're going to engage in a turn fight with Spitfire 16 and an XP-55 over the airfield, I take it?
Yes, and I'm going to win.
All the time?
Every fight.
That's a pity, because the airfield is useful to have on this map, but...
The good news is, it doesn't look like they have any PvE playing players, so...
Okay, I hope you have a peaceful time at church, John. Thank you for visiting, and once again, thank you for your follow a few days ago. I did notice it go through.
Encoding overloaded already? We just started. After this game, I may need to go into OBS, turn down some kind of setting.
Oh, didn't get the target. See if I can finish that off with my guns. Wow, didn't get very much done there at all. It's being a bit recalcitrant. Oh, that's because I've got different bombs. I think I'm in the tier 7 with a single bomb. Silly boy.
Alright. I'm actually going to ignore the airfield. I'm going to go missile base.
Yes, I think I probably would do the same in your...
I've literally done the same. If you've seen Zero's replay of the IL-20 video.
I haven't, unfortunately.
Oh, you should watch that.
I managed to catch a couple of Nova Tempests and Corvus's videos during the week, though, which I'm pretty busy. It's pretty hard to keep up. So I was pleased to do that.
Oof. Okay. I'm in trouble. I didn't get the 55 in one pass, so he turned around on me.
You usually would be able to outrun him.
Yeah. If I had boost, but I had used it to get over there.
Ah, that's something you need to try and stop doing. Try and conserve your boost, except for battle conditions. Having said that, I'm the world's worst for doing exactly the same as you there. Mm-hmm. We actually got the airfield.
We did get the airfield.
Okay, let's go and try and take the command center then.
Alright. Works for me.
Yeah, the problem with the Mustang is it doesn't have the... Mind you don't want to climb away from an XP-55 anyway. You want to dive away from it.
Attention all fighters. Enemy bombers detected.
It's possible that 55's just gonna sit over that military base.
Provided we get the other 3 sectors and hang on to them, that will not be a problem. He's also on about 60% health at the moment. It's obviously not going to get better, so...
Yep, no repair airfield here. I love when bots die over the zone I'm trying to flip.
You think they do it to spite you?
I think they do it to spite me.
It's a conspiracy.
Alright, we just need to destroy one ground target.
How's that?
Great.
Are ours. Awaiting help from the front headquarters.
Okay, let's see if we can... We've lost the airfield. Let's go and see if we can find the XP-55.
Found... No, that's a Spitfire, but he's running right at us.
I haven't come with you because I went to where the XP-55 was.
Ow. Apparently there was a 190 nearby?
It's a 190 bot.
It's always the multi-role bots, I'm telling you. If you don't know where they're at...
The enemy has captured
The bot bombers have been allowed to take our command center. That's annoying.
It's fine, I'm right here at the command center at this point, so I'll just go and work on taking it.
So the XP-55 is still here.
Over the missile base? Yeah, I called it.
Yep.
He's just gonna sit there.
Yep.
He's gonna sit
I'm
there
just
and try
running
and...
him now. This is where, if you'd come with me, it would have been good.
Yep.
I'm not quite sure why you went to the airfield.
Cause I thought you said we were gonna try and retake the airfield.
No, I said we'll go and find the XP-55.
Oh.
And he was not at the airfield. Having said that, to be fair, he's actually in full health now, so it looks as if he's actually respawned at some point.
All positions are captured by the enemy. You must turn the tide of the battle.
Oh, drat. Got a tornado on me before I can get to the XP-55. Okay, this is a lost game. So you're at that stage where tactical awareness is going to make a massive difference to your game.
Step it up. We're losing the battle. Be advised, a line of thunderstorms is approaching. We'll soon be unable to provide support. Do you copy? Over.
I have a couple of rockets, so if you can get rid of that, again, it doesn't make any difference. We're going to lose. Actually, if you get rid of that,
If I get rid of this, that we're... I'm working on it.
it's all right. I've got it. Oh, you dirty little bots!
Got it. Oh,
Did you see that?
yep. He took like no damage.
Yeah.
He took like
Off one
no
of-
damage.
Off one of the strongest hitting aircraft at Tier 6 amongst light fighters and multi-rolls, and he just sat there taking the damage. I've seen that a lot recently, particularly when you're on the verge of flipping a sector. Suddenly you find the bot that just sits there going, no, I'm not taking damage. I know if you flip the sector you'll be in a winning position, so I won't take damage. Hello, hey, Fekanot. Bonjour, comment vas-tu? Cet après-midi? Bien, j'espère? Je vais bien, je suis content.
Alright, let me take a look at my settings real quick. Just because I'm not sure why it's overloading.
So what do we actually have to do here?
Because it's streaming at 7,000 kilobits per second.
Ooh.
Changing that to 6. That should help. That should help immediately.
Okay, so my choice?
Yes.
Now let's try Tier 7 bomber.
Tier 7, okay. Oh, that's...
So we can get a Tier 8 battle with B-29C.
Yeah, yeah. Let's see, I'm trying to rebuild my credits, so I should probably fly premium. You know what? TU1.
Super. Okay, so you're well, Hegvekanot. Summer's over. The sky's grey, but you're on form. Super.
See, I'm in the American South. Most of the year is summer.
Indeed. What? Sorry, you're not in Tennessee. I thought you were in Tennessee. You're not in Tennessee, are you?
Tennessee is part of the American South.
Attention.
Oh, that okay. From my perspective,
Good luck.
and completely ahistorically, not referring to the South, because obviously the South is drawn on Civil War lines.
It's not the deep South.
Yeah, exactly. It's not Deep South. It's not your Louisiana, I guess.
Yeah, no, there's deep South and there's the South.
Okay, so Tennessee is actually part of the South
Yes.
because it was on the wrong side in the Civil War.
You are approaching the front line. Off we go.
Oops, I should be going to the... I was going to ask if you might help me at the plant, but...
I don't have
now you're
ordnance.
there- I know that, but you can keep the multi-rolls off me.
Oh, that's true.
The other thing is, there, at that sector, you've only got 3 light fighters to shoot, and the TU-1 isn't brilliant at that, but now that you're there, make sure you get it.
Yep.
And let's just hope that I'm relatively unmolested at the plant.
I will take out these ADA, and then I will make my way over there.
C'est que ici aussi avec une autre.
Contact the front headquarters.
Alright. Boost cooler, climb.
One of the boxes directly above me, so he's come hunting. And this is exactly why I was hoping you might come with me. Not bots, sorry, one of the multi-rolls. No, it's the P-51D, I beg your pardon, it's not multi-roll.
Yep. Fly towards me.
I've
I should be
actually
able...
keep moving. Actually, I might be able to get a pot shot on it. Okay. I've managed to manoeuvre him where I want him now. Oh, he's still got me. Yeah, again, remember what I said about tactics in the last battle? The moment... The way I looked at this, just to explain, they've got a fighter, a bomber, and a multi-roll. It's clear that they're going to very likely head towards the plant, and if I go there on my own, it's clear I'm likely to get shot down. But with the TU-1 harrying them and chasing them off, and possibly even destroying them in one shot, the plant is ours. But it still may be. I'll work on it. I'm coming in now. Obviously, it's going to be a little while before I reach there. You've only got a bomber to shoot down, haven't you?
There is a bomber here, yeah.
Okay, well that will give us 60 points there. Provided it stays in the sector.
It was flying in the sector when I got it, so...
Excellent job. Yeah, I know what you mean, Hegvetanos. There is an obscure German saying that says that an English summer, 3 dry days, then a storm.
Alright, I got rid of a 30-point target, so that should help a bit.
Oh, nicely done.
Here comes the P-51.
Bomber squadron detected.
Okay.
Engage them immediately.
Just drag him away now, please.
Mm-hmm. Let's see if he gives
level-
chase. He is.
Level flight, not gliding. Okay, good. Well played.
I'm not winning that. My gun turrets are not that strong, but...
Okay, so a little tip there, don't climb away from aircraft in the TU-1. Either dive or go level. I know
yeah, the
because
TU-1's not really
orientation-
a...
Yeah.
TU-1's not really the most maneuverable of heavy fighter. If it was the 109Z, I could climb away from it and probably get away, but...
I mean, part of that was the fact of the way that the battle commenced. You were actually flying upwards towards him to shoot him anyway. So, in a sense, you didn't really have a choice.
Mm-hmm.
But
I was hoping to get him with the sniper on the way up, so that way he would just be dead. But he managed to wriggle his way between both the shells.
yeah, that's very likely going to be the case. So, the good thing there is that
We have the plant.
you do have very good guns on the TU-1, rear guns. Right, I've just shot down the P-51, by the way.
Yeah, he was low. He was, like, so low.
Yeah. It's not going to help us take that command center, but we're in a reasonably good position. So what I would...
There's an IL-10 here. You'd think the bot would destroy one ground target. Thank you. It was about to happen again.
I would suggest you go towards the plant, perhaps sit between the plant and the command center.
Potentially.
Or you can take the bomber stream if you want damage. It's up to you.
Ooh, yeah, that's a good point. I do need air target damage.
Then the bomber stream is your priority.
Mm-hmm.
And that's an excellent aircraft for getting it.
Mm-hmm. There is a specialized... The P-51's over the garrison, just across from me. Just letting you know where he's at.
Okay. Thank you. Yes. That would be a Scottish summer. I love Brittany, by the way. Pegbeckernot. So you're not quite in there, but I'm very fond of... I know it's a bit run down in places, but particularly the southern part of Brittany, so Camper, I always want to say Chili con Carne, of course. The county of Cornwall. Yes, the county of Cornwall in Brittany. I love Brittany.
We lost that command center immediately? We just flipped it.
The A26 is hanging around.
Be advised, a line of thunderstorms is approaching. We'll soon be unable to provide support. Do you copy? Over.
There is also a bomber over the plant, so I don't know what you're up to, but it might be an idea to consider defending the plant. Oh, it's too late.
Great job. No enemy bombers have broken through.
Yeah, you're a bit far away, aren't you?
Yeah, there's a specialized multi-role flying into the plant. He's probably going to flip it. It's a P-47 in. They're going to flip it.
The plant to the enemy. Regroup
You
and
can't reach...
reclaim.
No, they've done it already. Okay, well, I better make sure I take this then. Wow, I flipped that just as I got destroyed. So I'm out of the game.
Oh,
No point in you being at the plant now because you can't flip it.
Way to go. Victory is close.
yeah, that's fair.
Certainly worth taking out the multi-role, but I would suggest your priority is...
I've already taken a bomber out. And I got an attack craft.
Okay. Yeah, their A26 isn't actually scoring very heavily. I would suggest that...
And
probably
I see the...
Garrison's your best. Garrison's the best bet.
Okay, sure.
Or you can take the bomber flight and stop them flipping our garrison. We've got quite a lead.
I also see the Mustang, and he's low.
Okay.
I might be able to... Is that
Yeah,
all?
but he'd be a good one to shoot. He's scored relatively heavily compared to the rest of his team.
Mm-hmm.
Don't forget to use your rear guns on him.
Right.
And also keep level.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe a little bit of pitch up, but don't do a steep climb. Oh, shoot.
By the time I got here, man.
This is the thing that I'm not particularly good at. It's the thing that Matt refers to in the World of Warplanes Discord, knowing where to be at the right time. The problem is now we're going to also lose the command center. And you didn't kill the P-51.
Oh, and I hit the map wall. Which is so helpful.
Yeah, maybe I was right. I should have probably been a little bit stronger in asking you to go to the garrison to try and flip it. So the problem there was they were always going to take that garrison that you went to because you were never going to get down enough of the bombers and also the P-51 at the same time. Mm-hmm. Now you're out of position to take any other sector, so we have now lost a battle that we had won.
That and they kept
Also-
flipping our command center over and over again.
Too strong.
Yeah, the other thing though, what you let them take the plant, you were perfectly placed. That TU1 would have been perfect for defending the plant. So this is the bit of the game that's really difficult to learn, and I'm still learning it as well. F22. I wouldn't say that my knowledge of tactics is perfect, but had I been in the TU1 there, the second time I took the plant, I would have flown over there, and I damn well wouldn't have let anything take it back. But as I say, this is the bit that's actually really hard to learn in World of Warplanes, and I'm far from perfect on it. But you can see the problem there. We've established a huge lead. We're in a winning position, and then we get horribly out of position, and we lose the game.
Yeah.
Not that winning's everything. It'll come. It will come. It's hard to explain when you can just see I need to be there and stop that from happening. You can talk about it until you're blue in the face, but one day it's just, I know that's the right thing to do. Hello, Pattern Tanker, how are you? Again, well, no, sorry, that's your second 200 bits. Pattern, you were here earlier with the first 100 bits. Thank you so much, my friend.
Well,
okay, so what would you like to do next?
It's my pick. Let's do 5.
Okay.
And I will pull out the P40.
Okie dokie. Okay, so tier 5. What have we got in the way of multi-rolls? Do I fancy yakking it a bit? Have I actually configured that aircraft? Ooh, I have. I've been using this plane. Okay, I'm going to yak it a bit. Yak 7.
Great.
Strangely enough, it's not until you get this sense of being where you should be, I'll put it as vaguely and as broadly as that you begin to realise just how much of a difference it makes to the gameplay. It's really hard to put it into words, but this is why Matt's able to sit there and do 48,000 in an XF90, and people like you and I are going, well, you know, if we get 20,000 in an XF90, we think that's a terrific game, and it is. But the difference is positioning.
Well, the difference is, you know, time available to put into practice.
That's also true. Yes, very good point.
That is why I do not treat this game competitively like a lot of my peers do, because I just don't have the time to.
Thank you for the salutary reminder. It is only a video game.
Yeah, Zero made a video recently where he was, you know, talking about how most people don't know how to play the game, and that's true. But where I disagree with Zero is I don't think this game is inherently competitive at all. And I believe that, you know, maybe some steps should be taken to not lean it towards a competitive game. Because the only time this game is competitive is when we have ratings, right? I'd say ratings are the most competitive this game's gotten.
Perhaps you can put it even simpler. It is only a video game. Why would you spend so many hours becoming ultra skilled in it? It's only a pastime. It's certainly not real life. So yeah, it's a good point. I'm not really suited for the military base. What are you in?
40.
P40. You're perfectly suited for the military base. So I'm going to go off and try and do some havoc at the garrison.
Sure.
If that's all right with you.
Yeah, no, that's fine. Encoding's overloaded again. Freaking OBS, just stop crying.
Man up.
You're 1,000 kilobits per second less. I don't know why your encoding's still overloaded.
Pilots,
You use a constant bitrate, do you?
let's go.
Yeah.
I'm not sure what my settings are these days. Ooh, our first all bot. Now that's interesting. We've come all the way down to tier 5 and we've got an all bot battle.
I'm not really too concerned about the TU1 missions, honestly, because, again, I already have the plane. The only thing I'd be competing for is that badge.
Yeah, I mean, it's very much tickle them along, take whatever rewards come easily, but not get too fussed about it, isn't it?
Mm-hmm. Now, if this was a marathon for the XF-15, I'd be seeing a completely different tune.
Yes, I mean, that aircraft clearly isn't worth the effort, and you just ignore the marathon entirely. Am I right?
No.
Oh, what a surprise.
Alright, I'm probably gonna jet across to the military base.
Can I suggest you clear out what's there and then review that decision?
Oh, sure. Well, let's see. There's a bomber in this zone.
Yeah.
Fine. Of course, the useful bots are at tier 5. That bomber would have easily countered all of my efforts had the bots not destroyed the ground target.
Well, they're only capable when it doesn't matter.
I know, right?
It's a law of nature. It's the innate hostility of inanimate objects. What a good phrase that is, eh? For a stream. Not to have shot that round. How on earth did that bot get its nose up to shoot my engine out?
That's a good question. Was it multi-roll?
No, it's a heavy, and yet it still managed to shoot my engine out. Despite the fact I put myself into a vertical climb, it got its nose up quickly enough. So of course, a Yak 7 without an engine is like flying in molasses.
Oh, did you see the battle results I posted the other day?
I probably did. Remind me.
It was actually in this P40.
Oh, was that the very close draw?
Yeah, no, very close win. Attrition win. They had 2 points left and they would have won the game.
God. You can actually win with them on 800 points, you know that, don't you?
Yes, I know. I've done it like once.
Yeah, for the moment, you really are doing a fine job staying there.
Yep, I would like to go elsewhere, but at this moment in time, there's a bomber.
Yeah, you need to keep shooting that bomb. So if we lose the military base, we're in for an embarrassing defeat to the bots. Having said that, we might take their military base with what we've got over there.
A rocket has reached the target. Enemy objects damaged.
A bomber again. Jeez, they just do not stop coming.
Well, that's their primary objective, isn't it? They will just keep flying there and feeding themselves to you.
Bombers are great sources of air target damage.
Absolutely.
Because they are large.
So we did end up taking their military base, and I've now flipped the garrison as well. Right, at this point I would say that you can be released to go and defend the other military base, or do whatever you want, chase things all over the map.
I feel like the military bases are going to flip that garrison, so...
Yeah, you're looking for heavy targets in the middle. The only thing I would say is...
I already see a bomber flying into this zone again.
Yeah.
Good grief.
The only thing I would say is, once they've retaken one of the military bases, assuming they do, then reassess what they're up to. But for now, farm, farm, farm.
Air supremacy.
Yeah, assuming they do, because it's very likely they won't.
I think it's quite unlikely. We've paid the respect due to the bots, but basically now we're in a position to crush them.
Guardian metal. Hello, Hurricane. You were a miserable plane.
It's certainly miserable now I've shot it.
Keep it up. Victory is almost ours.
Super, super. They may just take the military base before the end of the game. It's not going to matter, though.
Cut off from support.
I
Yep.
don't suppose you want to know that there's a bomber on the way here, do you?
Oh, really? There's a bomber? Oh, yeah, there is.
Well, who'd have thought it, eh?
Who would have thought it? The bomber wants some freedom.
Or as Americans, I'm told, some Americans say, who'd have thunk it?
Proud of
Who
you,
would have thunk
bud.
it?
Head back home.
There we go. Okie dokie.
If I'd actually killed that bomber, I'd probably have Wing Legend.
Very likely. The game is different at low to mid tiers. At high tiers, it's because of the presence of bombers. It's very often cap as much as you can and don't give any thought to defending. At low to mid tiers, unfortunately, defending is not just a viable tactic, but actually important.
That's partly due to how poorly designed a lot of the sector locations are on maps.
Would agree with that.
Because that map in particular, we just had I Despise.
It's not a good map. I don't like it at all.
Because, like, if you're in a Japanese plane, you can't do squat. If you're in a light fighter, you can only secure the garrisons by yourself. You have to have help with the military bases. It effectively forces light fighters to play defensively over those military bases, because if you don't, you're going to lose.
Yes, this is where, if the game was really popular, the developers could take note of Elite Pilot's comments about map balance and make some really good changes. But we just don't have that cohort within the game because the game's not popular enough and the developers haven't got the time to do it anyway. But there's a lot
they're in a
of
war
just,
zone.
They're in a war zone, as you say. So, yeah, it's fundamentally sector reworking would make a terrific difference to this game.
Sector reworking would probably fix half, if not 75%, of the airplane balance problems.
Potentially, yes, potentially.
But that seems to be a bit unrealistic at this time.
Also, that's not just a potential comment. I think that's almost certainly the case. And for the reasons we just outlined, very small team looking after the game, based in a war zone. You can probably see the difficulties.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, might let Clausewitz was suggesting we perhaps let them keep their rocket base in that game, but to be honest, I just want to get the game over and move on. It's not a map I enjoy. I'd rather get off it as quickly as possible, Clausewitz.
If I'm going to be farming in a bot match, I don't want the bots to have a military base or a mining plant. I'll let them hold any other sector, but not those two. Because those two will win the game for the bots if left unchecked. A command center will too, but the command center you can intercept the bombers, so it's not as effective.
You live near Nantes, Hegveknot. I should try to remember that. I've never been there. Unfortunately, I've only been in the north of France and Brittany, so Amiens, places like that. Bonjour, Burger King. Tu es en forme, j'espère?
You are approaching the area of combat operations.
Moi, je roule comme une poule.
But
Again, okay.
where
This
did all the
seems to
people
have
go?
scared us off. Yeah, I was thinking, just thinking exactly the same. I need to get sector captures, so
I just need to deal air damage.
assuming you want to go to the middle. I'm just checking
yeah.
with you.
Yeah.
Is that what you want to do?
Yeah,
I'm going to actually go to the garrison first.
works for me.
Off we go.
We have a plan.
Yeah, no, on a map like this, I typically go middle first, unless I'm running a plane with, like, no ordnance at all.
It's a bit strange, actually, Burger King. We've had, until the last two games, we've had basically pretty nasty matchmaking, I would say. But
Yeah.
suddenly we're getting bot battles.
Usually weekends are pretty busy.
No, not there. I want to go after the heavies. Yeah. Circling a bit aimlessly here. Come on. Put your backside in gear, Hugh, and start doing something useful. Ow, I didn't destroy that target. Okay. Sorry, I messed around a bit there.
No,
How are
it's
you doing
alright.
over the middle?
I'm just dealing with some bombers.
Okay, I'm going to go see if I can take the airfield.
Oh, that bomb was outside the zone. How rude.
Is Burger King having a black screen problem? You're the second person I've come across. I hope this isn't going to turn out to be the way that you formatted your dates. I seriously hope that's not going to be the answer. Because if it is, you'll be the second person I've heard with that problem in the last few days.
What's the problem?
I know of a couple of people who've just got black screens upon trying to enter the game. They log in and then they just get a black screen. And apparently, I tried helping one of them, gave them all the normal, check this, check that, blah, blah, blah. And then he came back having put a ticket into support. And apparently it was date formatting that was the problem.
Date formatting?
Yeah, in different language. The client wasn't picking up the local language. Because, of course, Burger King, being French, isn't working in English. And the guy who I was trying to help wasn't British or American either. Thank goodness for that.
Oh, I've got a 1-9 chasing me. And he's crit my engine.
Burger King, that sounds very much like the same problem. If it is the regional settings, let me know. Yeah, I know what you mean. The guy who I tried to help, I think was in the same position. He said the game used to run perfectly and then something went wrong, and it turned out to be regional settings. But I don't know exactly what with the regional settings. I don't want to go after that yak. Where do I get another sector capture from?
There's a
Way
garrison.
over there.
Yeah. But we are about to lose our
Way
missile
over there.
base.
There's okay, if you hang around here, help, then I will help capture this.
Yeah. I was actually on my way over here because I was like, okay, we're going to lose the missile base. Probably time to go take that back.
Lovely. Right, 11 seconds for it to unlock. Bot's going to kill that. And has. How about the other ground attacker?
The enemy
I'm
is
holding
launching
on, I'm
rockets
holding
at us
on,
from
I'm
All right.
holding on.
base. Take action.
Perfect.
Alright, I'm going to launch some rockets at this central target here. Hello, ADA. And this last ADA should do it. Huzzah.
Okay, so that's my third sector capture. Excellent.
I'm gonna go do some bomber hunting.
As I say, I do need sector capture, so I'm afraid I am going to go and try and take that garrison.
Yep, works for me.
Yeah, Burger King, let me know how you get on. I'm going to be very interested to see what they propose as a solution. I'm trying to remember the name of the guy in... It's the World of Warplanes Discord. There's quite a long thread on it, black screen. And nothing I suggested to him helped, and then he came back and said, if it's this, and then he was sort of spitting bricks because it's such a... It's a problem that shouldn't happen. It looks like they may have cocked up on the regionalisation of the latest update.
You know, it's funny you say that. I have a friend that,
You have a friend?
I know, right?
How did you manage that?
It's a miracle. Oh, McGuire. Anyway,
Oh, well done. Nicely done.
I have a friend in my aviation safety class who re-downloaded the game to give it another try, because I told him I told him I make videos, and when he asked me what about, I said, well, right now I'm making a bunch of World of Warplanes videos, and whenever he tries to log in, it boots him back out.
And that might be the same problem.
I don't remember if he said there's a black screen, but it just boots him out.
I think the other guy was actually getting either a black screen or booted out, so...
I suggested that he try rebooting the game with the cache cleared, but...
Yeah, all of those good things. There are so many things you can do, but apparently none of these work in this instance.
So if you could point me in the direction of that thread where the solution was handed out,
Unfortunately, he didn't hand out the solution. He just said it was to do with regionalisation.
Oh, well, that's not helpful.
No, I know. He saw his remark saying, oh my god, if it's this, changing something to do with the regional settings, if this is the solution, and then he went off into a rant about how bad it was, and then he never came back, so I assume it was the solution. And it's the kind of thing that you wouldn't have thought of in a million years.
Great job today.
Yeah, Burger King, if you've got a ticket in, I suspect very strongly you're going to be asked to amend your regional settings. And it's probably underlying it's the character set that you're using. And they're going to get you away from the character set.
I got robbed of a winged legend again.
I know, I finished the game too soon. It's my fault. Kick me. So just be patient, Burger King. I'm relatively hopeful they're going to give you a solution, but it's not going to be one you expect.
Alright, I got my fighter mission for above and below completed.
Well, wonderful. Oh, I've just specialised this plane, apparently.
Oh, sweet.
I didn't mean to. Am I going to buy it right now? I shall buy the specialisation without setting it up.
Oh, do I
Because
go... Do I go for the 800 ground targets since I have 460? It's just sections, right?
It is bits of ground target, yes.
Oh, but my current mission for the TU1 is air damage, so... You know what, maybe I fly multi-rolls, make some progress on that one.
You do that then.
Is it your pick, or did you pick 6?
It's your pick.
It's my pick, okay. I would like to fly some 9.
Okay.
I got some pretty good multi-rolls in 9. I say that as I only have 3. But
Unfortunately, I don't have any, but that doesn't matter. For variety's sake, I'm quite happy to go up to 9. Yeah, so you've done all of those things that, and There's one or two more I could suggest you, Burger King, but I don't think it's worth it. I think you're going to come back with some sort of fix referring to your regional settings and moving you from one character set to another, and lo and behold, the game will work. That's very strongly the impression I got from the guy who wrote a very long series of posts complaining about the fact he couldn't get the game to work.
Well, if that works, let me know so I can tell the guy and say, hey, try this.
Yeah, I'd like to know what the solution was proposed to him. Unfortunately, he didn't bother to actually put that in the thread. He just exclaimed that as a fix, if it worked, he'd be, well, basically the whatever the nationality was, the equivalent of gobsmacked and irritated.
Livid. Fuming.
Indeed. He wasn't pleased, but he didn't detail what the solution was. Voice is holding up for the moment. I had a most enjoyable stream this morning. I played a long session of Expeditions Realm. Very quiet though. Nobody was interacting. But I consistently had the same number of viewers all the way through. So I don't know if they were just eating their breakfast and listening to me go spout on.
There are some games where people just won't comment in chat about anything. I've noticed that a couple of times.
Yeah, Expeditions Realm is not a popular game, so you expect small audiences, but for the last hour and a half, nobody popped a comment in there, yet the viewers' numbers were exactly the same all the way through from that point onwards. So they were all just sitting there watching, but maybe it's something to do with my dulcet tones, F-22. They were just charmed.
I don't know.
Into.
Granted, the way I see things could be a bit biased because I've never really had that large of an audience watching my stuff anyway.
Don't get me wrong.
Another bot game?
At Tier 9. The largest audiences I ever got were 2 years ago when I was streaming World of Warplanes a lot, consistently, and engaging as well. And I was getting 40s and 50s, but that's as big an audience as I've ever got. Okay, where do you want to go? Given that you're multi-role with ordnance, I suspect you want to go to the nearest command centre?
Yeah, I'm going to go to the command centre.
I'm going to go and interfere theirs.
I have Tiny Tims.
I love Tiny Tims.
I didn't really like Tiny Tims on my pancake, but since I got them on this plane, they've proven to be very useful.
My problem is I keep firing the wrong rockets.
Right, they're in the bomb slot, and yet they're a rocket, so I can see that.
Yeah, I do it all the time. Even though I know that the aircraft has got 2 sets of rockets, I still end up firing the wrong ones.
I'm just happy to have a Republic line multi-role that can turn.
Yeah, it's not a slouch, is it?
Like, honestly, my standards are really low. Compared to the rest of the Republic line, it's like, can this turn? If yes, fly it.
Yeah, if they're just giving it 20mm cannons, I'd say it would have been a very good plane. Unfortunately, I think the machine guns by Tier 9 are pretty anemic. I don't know what you think.
They get the job done. They're not going to get the job done quickly, but they're going to get it done.
Tickling the opposing aircraft to death? Is that the job that they're doing?
Generally. Keep in mind, the Freedom Cows did get buffed, so they are better than they used to be.
Oh gosh, remember. Yeah, the F-84 was not very nice at all before the... Do you know that was December 2021?
Really? That was that recent?
Yeah. Always amazes me that it was that long ago.
Crap, that means I played the game with the... Wow, okay, no wonder I've been doing so much better. No wonder I've been doing so much better overall. Wow, I didn't realize it was that soon.
Yeah, it was a good change, that one.
Why didn't they buff the British machine guns? Those suck.
I don't No.
That would have instantly made the C714 a bit better of an airplane.
Those are actually American machine guns.
Are they really?
Yeah, they're not obviously then. Oh, blimey.
Or are they just not the 50 cals? They're not the 50 cals, they're the 30s. They're the 30s.
They're .303s.
Yeah.
But I believe Browning is actually an American manufacturer.
Yes, Browning is an American manufacturer. Browning is a legendary American manufacturer. I would love to own a Browning rifle one day.
Okay. Not into guns.
Well, I'm American,
Same as
so...
almost every European not into guns.
From what I'm aware, actually, like, Switzerland's pretty good on guns.
Switzerland's pretty good on controls for guns as well, but I suppose we're getting into a bit of a difficult topic here. Probably we just skirt around this.
Yeah. But again, I haven't done a lot of research on the topic, so...
Yeah. I would just say that I have the typical non-American attitude towards gun ownership.
Yeah. As would be anticipated.
Air supremacy achieved.
I was wondering whether I should let them take this. Problem is, I'm impatient. You've got the ME-260. Are you able to get that?
I'm working on it.
Control.
I'm probably going to get my kill stole by this bot.
Yep, I can see it's matching you. I can see. I'm looking at the map, thinking, any moment now he's going to say, "Damn bots! Oh, my kill!"
Damn it!
It happened, didn't it?
Yep. Frickin' 183. Spent so long chasing that thing. And I shouldn't have been chasing that thing. That's not my job.
Way to go. Victory is close.
No, but it was there.
It was there. And I'm like, what else am I gonna do?
Exactly. I understand that.
I kinda wish he had taken me in a head-on so I could have shot some Tiny Tims at him.
Oh, if you'd hit him, I would have congratulated you immensely, but I've never hit anything in the air with a Tiny Tim.
It's kind of like, I give myself little challenges like that. I want to try and hit a plane with a Tiny Tim.
That's a good challenge. Good luck. Let me know what year you achieve it.
I had a shot there, but the 183 ruined it again.
That bot's really got your number.
I
Okay,
know.
looks like this is a win.
Victory is ours. We're waiting for your return.
I think Burger King said he sent a ticket in. Let me just go back and check the chat. Did I see it?
But yeah, there's a couple of little challenges that I give myself. One is to get consistent results in the TA-152. Because that plane is just, like, one of the harder ones to fly at Tier 8. The other one is get an air kill with a Tiny Tim. Because that's just funny. That's just freaking funny.
Maybe I should have that as a goal. Patton, earlier in the conversation, Burger King said that he was awaiting a reply from support.
And I'm trying to think, what are some other ones that I've been trying to do?
So I'm going to go back into the Grand Attacker.
Okay.
B-29 alert.
Yeah. Another one I'm trying to do, it's not really a... It's like more of a long-term thing. Just research every plane in the game. That's more of a long-term thing.
Yeah, funny enough, that's my aim. Again, a long-term thing, not really progressing it particularly assiduously, but getting all of the tech tree aircraft on the NA server is currently what's keeping me in the game.
I'm one aircraft away from fully researching the US tech tree.
There's a lot of aircraft there.
Most of my planes are American, so that's where they're all at.
I can't understand why you'd fly American planes.
I know, it's a bit of a mystery, right? You'd think I'd lean towards the Soviets.
I'm going to not say the thought that came instantly into my mind there. In the spirit of keeping this completely apolitical.
Yeah, I had to tell someone who was commenting on one of my old Ace videos that my channel was apolitical. Because he kept trying to, like... Because I was doing a video about the F-4 Phantom, right? And that aircraft, stupidly, did not have a cannon in its airframe. At least for the Army and Air Force variants, it didn't. Because the experts back, in Washington said that the missile was going to make dogfighting irrelevant. Turns out, over the jungles of Vietnam, it did not. And the F-4s found themselves in situations where, if they had a cannon, they would have won the fight. But because they didn't have a cannon, they had to let the MiG go. And so the point of that video was, ever since Vietnam, every single fighter aircraft in the U.S. Air Force has had a cannon on it. And the guy was trying to have some kind of anti-military rant or something like that, and it was going all over the place.
So, strictly on the question of ordnance, you can kind of see how the air gates in Washington would say, well, we've got these, and the problem is that the early aim-assisted missiles were actually fairly unreliable.
They were.
But they sit there and go, well, these missiles will knock things out of the sky at 20 miles or 15 miles, whatever. Who could possibly need a cannon? Let's save the weight and not put it on the aircraft. And you're thinking, yeah, that's all very well and good. That's if you always control the engagement. War by its very nature, combat by its very nature, is never that predictable. So yeah, they needed a cannon.
They needed a cannon on it.
They got one.
Eventually, there was a gun pod that was added to the old F-4s so that way they could have it, but you had to pull your nose up so high to use it that it was just impractical.
It's a pity, really, because it was a fine airframe.
For the time.
Yeah, of course. Well, you'd say that about anything, wouldn't you? For the time, it was a fine airframe.
It's like, for the time, the P-51 was, like, the best airframe in the war, right? Like, technology advances. Things that are good 1 decade are obsolete within 10 years.
Or less.
Or less.
Particularly during wartime, definitely less.
During peacetime, they could last a little longer.
Yes, that's right, because people aren't making the same investments and they don't have the challenges in their face every single day of the week. This is a fairly well-populated battle.
Yeah, there's a vampire. And a P-80.
There's also a B-32.
Love how that vampire was able to just squeeze his way between the shells that I would shoot at him.
Yeah, that's not really too
surprising. I got him!
I'm guessing you haven't got Marksman 1 and 2 on that plane.
I do.
Oh, you do have? Okay, and a gun sight?
No, I have radio equipment.
Okay, well, then I return to my original comment. I'm not surprised that they were able to squeeze between the shells.
Excuse me, that ADA is on fire and dead. How did it shoot me?
It's a berserker. Oh! Can you believe I've just this second shot down a ground attacker at this command centre and yet the base flipped?
Ooh.
I know they've destroyed something just before I've destroyed the plane, but it just feels wrong.
Seems like everyone's just playing Tier 8 today.
Yeah, it does, doesn't it? Okay, so their vampire, unfortunately, because you shot it down, spawned behind, well, not behind me, but spawned near enough to be able to chase me down and shoot me down.
Yeah, I'll be honest, I kind of thought you were at this airfield with me, trying to take that, but...
Why would I be at the airfield with the air ground attacker when we're winning the airfield?
Yeah. For a moment I forgot you were in a ground attacker.
Yep. Me too. I do that too.
Ow. Well, that did not go according to plan. It died at least.
Well, the PATA is, for some reason, dogfighting outside of the sector. Oh, well, actually, he's just done a very inelegant landing.
Ooh.
Smacked himself into the ground. And not very much to do with me, really. I'm actually not going to take the big targets here. I'm actually going to farm pieces. Wow, that's a hard hit. Must be a J7W1 or something beside me.
There's a lot of airplanes all over me all of a sudden.
Yeah, don't worry about it. Most of them are over the command center. The vampire's decided he's going to defend the command center.
Well, our Vampire and our 190A8 have decided to defend this airfield, so I'm going to join you in attacking the command center.
Okay, I'm just spawning from the airfield right now. To be fair, I wasn't even trying that hard to take the command center. I was just trying to farm sections of ground target.
Mm-hmm. Oh, is that Vampire flying up at me? He is!
Shutting.
Or not really at me, but close enough for me to be a little concerned, but...
Yeah, you've got two of them on you. I'm going to try and help if I can, but... I've clipped the vampire. Clipped him again. He's on fire. I've clipped him a third time.
Got him.
I'm getting with the rear gun.
Thank you.
What's he done?
That was helpful.
Yeah, it gave him something else to think about, didn't it?
Mm-hmm. We're actually going to take this command center.
Yeah, looks like it.
Air supremacy achieved.
Oh. Hello, 109Z.
Victory is close.
P80 is almost dead. He's also got no engine. See if I can turn around and help with the P80. Since I've got nothing else to do.
Ah. I was on 1 health. That vampire was coming back.
Let's see if I can give the vampire a taste of my rear gun.
Great
No, I
job
can't.
today. We'll be waiting for you back.
I didn't even place. Holy crap.
Must try harder. So, Patton, maybe the noble Q chatting about his job provided him with motivation to blow things up. Yeah, yeah, that is enough to make me pretty mad. My job sends me to sleep, Patton, unfortunately, these days. And I've got to the age now where I'd really like to retire, but unfortunately I can't. I can't afford to. That was your choice, wasn't it? No, that was my choice. It's your choice.
Yeah. Let's see. That's +3 zones. I'm at 11 of 30. I do need to fly multi-rolls. You know what? Let's go back to 5.
Okay. Patton, it is interesting. I can play to a pretty decent standard. Whilst talking. But it definitely makes a difference. As opposed to when I'm fully concentrating on the game. Retire now and be poor. I'll tell you what, if I was this World of Warships CC, Andy, I probably would. How are you? Good to see you, my friend. Those of you who don't know Andy the Cupid, EUCC on World of Warships, thoroughly nice chap, and really doesn't deserve to have wolves playing throwing away a 1-0 lead at Aston Villa.
Is that some kind of reference I don't understand?
Soccer.
Uh,
The goal that they scored to go into the lead was a perler, an absolute beauty of a goal.
You are entering the combat
But then,
zone.
unfortunately,
Get ready
Villa
for battle.
overran them.
Good luck.
oh, now there's players.
Yeah, isn't that odd?
And coding overloaded again.
Oh, you've got COVID. Oh, well, how are you doing with that, Andy? Is it a nasty one, or is it... we've also lost our F2A.
Nah, it's not a big loss.
Not really.
Get ready for action.
Probably I'll take Garrison, go airfield then, because I don't
Do
really
you
have
know-
ordnance.
Do you know how close you came to wiping me out then?
No.
I could smell the fumes of your exhaust. And I am talking about
Really?
the plane. Yeah, before anybody makes a comment.
Is there like... That's weird, because I didn't even hear your engine at all.
Yeah. You were very close indeed. You waved in front of me so much so that I kind of took my hands off the controls, expecting there to be a collision.
Okay, well, that's a Garrison.
Oh, how about you come here, please? We've got a heavies come over, done the thing, trying to stop our bombers from taking our own plant.
Okay, I will cut across. This is a hurricane variant, so I might
Oh, sorry.
not get there.
No, oh, sorry, forget it. It's my fault. I didn't realise what aircraft you were in.
Mm-hmm.
Right, I'm going to try and outgun this BF-110B. At the very least, I'm going to try and ram him. Oh yeah, he avoided the ram. Trouble is he got my tail. I might be able to kill him if he comes back for another try. Is he going to try? Okay, that's actually worked okay. We have actually
There's a
got...
109E set me on fire. Damn. That fire is what killed me. I was actually coming around on him. The manual rudder was proving useful.
He hasn't built that 109E for turning then, if you were able to turn him with the Hurricane.
Oh, I was near stall, so I just kind of applied rudder and just flipped over on him.
Okay. I did scare the BF-110 away. Just killed the bomber over here, so for the moment our plant is secure. I'm going to see if I can take this garrison over here. I'm just highlighting the heavy that's coming in,
Right.
because he is sort of, if he dies, he's on your tail. I don't know if he's going to die, but no, he's not. He's after a bomber. You're okay for the moment.
Cool. Because I have an XP-44 in front of me.
Shoot it.
Yep, I was. He lived. There's a heavy fighter over our garrison?
Yeah, that must be. They do have two heavy fighters. They've got a Blenheim as well.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't seen the Blenheim so far. I'm not sure. I think they may be in a flight, actually.
Yes, they
I'll have
are.
a look in a moment.
Oh, speaking of the Blenheim, that's exactly the plane that was over that garrison.
Yeah, well, it had to be, because I highlighted the F110B for you. Oh, shoot. I thought I could pull up quicker than that. But I'm going to go to the garrison, retake it.
Okay, I'm kind of stuck playing a bit of defense in an aircraft that's not really fast.
Did you say defense? Did I not just see you lose? The
Okay, so defense is turned into offense, and offense is turned into death.
The O-line is on the pitch, ladies and gentlemen. Not that you follow NFL anyway, do you?
I used to, but only because my parents kind of wanted me to.
Oh, what team?
Well, I mean,
College or NFL?
both in a way,
Hmm.
but you know, I only ever half followed it because it felt more of an obligation than a want.
Yeah, I understand.
All right, I'm actually gonna run an intercept. I see a Stuka going to the mining plant.
Right, we've got a problem here. We're not going to take our garrison because they've got the BF-109Es trying to defend it.
Mm-hmm. They've gotten themselves the advantage, and
Yeah, I cannot take that garrison with the BF-109E sitting there. And again, you've gone defensive when we're losing.
well, I did stay flat out that I saw the Stuka. He was in front of me, and
Yeah,
I don't have the
you did.
speed to really
What I
get
didn't-
around the map.
What I didn't know was that you were going to the plant. So we're 4 sectors to 1 down, and I know that you're worried about losing the plant. I understand that, but we need sectors. So this is tying into the thing that I was saying about the thing. Let me give you what used to happen with me. I used to focus on the thing nearest at hand, and not the things that needed doing. And that was an example in point where you decided that the Stuka was in danger of taking the plant, which it certainly was, and you went after it without appreciating the wider state of the game where we're losing, and we were 4-1 down at the time.
We're losing the battle.
I just got my tail crit.
I don't know if that makes sense to you.
In a way, it does.
Yeah.
Receiving reports about
I mean, it comes back to, again, to I'm here to have fun and I can shoot the Stuka. Why should I? I don't really need to be too bothered, and that's also valid. Just wonder if I can get all 4 bombs in here. Yeah, that works. No, I'm not going to let the bomb. Oh, why shoot out my engine with the only shot you land? That's just wrong, game. Now I'm a sitting duck for the blasted Blenheim, which I should actually have been able to turn on and kill.
The Blenheim's actually flying towards me.
Yeah, but oh, that really irritates me. So the Blenheim turned, and just at the right moment, I
Blenheim
shot
dead.
in the air. Yeah, it doesn't matter. I'm out of the game.
Oh, shit. Now I'm out of the game. There's the 109.
Yeah. So the Blenheim turned on me, and at exactly the right moment, I went up in the air so he couldn't shoot me. So he landed 1 shot on me, just 1. What did it do?
Killed your engine?
Killed my engine, so I couldn't turn around and kill him.
Was your engine already crit and just in recover?
Nope.
stat?
Full
Oh,
health engine.
Sheesh, that's unlucky.
So no, it's not unlucky. It happens all the time. There's something that they did to the bots about 1.5 years ago where if you're in danger of being able to kill an aircraft, it will do the critical damage to you that prevents you, as far as is possible, from killing it. It happens so much now, and it really irritates me because basically I put that Blenheim into the situation where he was going to die, and the game said, not going to let you do that. And it does it all the time with the criticals these days. The critical that you cannot afford is the critical it will deliver at exactly the moment you cannot afford it.
So here's a random question. What parts do you have on that plane?
Let's have a look. This will be my typical build for a Focke-Wulf 190 will be a speed build.
So upgraded engine, polished skin.
We'll see in a moment.
I think my game's disconnecting me, so of course as soon as I ask this question I've got to go into
Yes.
the intermission or to hide my password
Your
and stuff
game
like
has
that.
definitely disconnected.
Be right back. Alright, back to gameplay.
Um,
It's your choice.
let's go 7, because I don't think we've done any 7 so far, have we?
We've flown a little 7. I was in a TU1.
You were right. I flew the bomber.
But
Um,
we're both probably going to be flying multi-rolls now, so...
So from my point of view, Monsieur Balls, the one thing I recommend is that flights don't actually stick together except in specific circumstances. It's much more important for them to get off and capture separate sectors. So I'm not looking for F-22 to have my back. And in that situation, I should have been fine with the blasted Blenheim, frankly. It's just really unlucky that only shot that he landed killed my engine, and then I couldn't turn on him to kill him. So he got away, and I'm sitting there like a... What actually happened, F-22 didn't see this, I was stalled, and because I was stalled, I couldn't avoid flying into the ground.
Oh. Did you apply flaps and pitch up to try and prevent yourself from doing that?
No energy in the plane. It wasn't responding to the controls at all by that time. Remember, it's a Fokker Wolf 190. Right, ladies and gents, I am going to kill the mic, and I'm also going to kill the camera just for a moment, because I'm going to have my lunch.
Oh, your mic audio sounded incredibly different. So, yeah. Yeah. So, how is everybody? I guess I'd have to pull up QStream to actually see if anybody's saying anything. Oh, this map again.
You are approaching the area of combat operations. Be ready.
Oh, hey, it's Spaceman. I know that guy. I see a B-32, 109G. Probably best to take command center and then take military base.
Pilots, get ready for action. Let's go. Support.
I would boost cooler, but I don't have this plane specialized, so no boost cooler.
Bomber squadron detected. Engage them immediately.
Bomber squadrons are going to take out each other's stuff. Okay. Yeah, 109G over the airbase. It's about what I thought would happen. Surprised the P-39's not there. Excuse you. How did you flip this? Ow. Oh, the 109 and the P-39 are here. Ah, damn it. It's a bit troublesome because both of them can outmaneuver me in a straight fight between the two of us, so...
The enemy is launching rockets at us from the military base. Take action.
There's still something alive there.
Okay, to answer your question as to how they managed to flip that military base, blasted B-32 bombed me.
Oh.
So not only did he take out ground targets, he got 60 points for bombing me as
That,
well.
that is unfortunate. And kind of funny. Because I was like, I just took out one of the heavy 80A. How did they flip this? They shouldn't have been able to. And then, yeah, that'll do it. That will do it, wouldn't it?
Yep.
Of course, the 109G stayed over the military base. Why wouldn't he?
I'll come and help. You should be able to outmaneuver that. Well, it depends on your build. Of course.
Speed build, so no.
Okay.
It's a speed build, but I can't put boost cooler on this because it's not specialized. He has 1 health, which is... Thank you.
No health now.
Probably not going to be living too much longer, though. I think there's a Hornet. No, the Hornet's not looking at me. Okay. Oh no, the Hornet is chasing after somebody. You.
It's me.
Interesting decision by that bot.
If you kill him, you get this sector.
Got him. No superiority for you.
Right, let's go back to our command center. We are getting... I know we're flying non-109Gs coming in, by the way.
Yeah, I can tell. I'm just trying to get out of the zone. I'm not going to live long. I'm not going to be able to fight off that and live.
Yeah. Up the aircraft as soon as you're out of the zone. Make him waste his time. Dump the aircraft. Never mind, he's got you anyway.
Well, yeah, I hit the water.
Okay.
He just shot me a bunch, so we got credit for it.
Yeah, that's not, I'm not trying to deny him credit. That's not the aim. It's to try and get you back in the game doing something useful as quickly as possible.
Although the 109G is now on you.
Yeah, but we've got it now. You see, in this case, straight into the door.
It should be low.
There's a heavy storm here. Unable to proceed. Return into base. Do you copy?
I'm curious as to where he's at. Oh, no, he's not. He's full health. Could have swore he would have taken some damage running through that. We lost the military base immediately.
Yep. Well, they've got B-32, haven't they?
See why I don't like the B-32?
I keep saying it, bombers unbalanced games. And this is an unbalanced game because we have no heavy to counter the bomber. So the bomber just flies about and does exactly as it pleases and takes all the sectors. And probably thinks he's a great player because he's got 17,000 points, when in fact the truth is he's had no opposition. And this is my beef with bombers.
Is that they can just exist and contribute to their team.
A game like that, they're unstoppable. And even a B-32, which is not an overpowered bomber, is unstoppable if there are no heavies to take it out.
Well,
I just don't see why the World of Warplanes team does not see the damage they have done to their game by allowing those sorts of situations.
I don't know. It's possible.
Unless
it's
their view is...
It's possible that the devs have some sort of information that's indicating that it's not as bad as we feel like it is.
I think that's unlikely. I think it's more likely that they think a lot of people like to play bombers. We don't want to annoy them.
Well, people play bombers because it gets them to the top of the Hall of Fame.
Yes. So we won't upset those people who put all that effort in by flying bombers all the time.
In my opinion, the Hall of Fame is a corrupted data set. It's not...
My attitude towards the Hall of Fame is that it should be removed from visibility, and the only stats you should be able to see are your own.
I'm fine with the idea of a Hall of Fame. It's a corrupted data set because tiers 1 through 3 count towards it, and because of the way bombers are, I think the Hall of Fame, if we get rid of tiers 1 through 3 for Hall of Fame, and if bombers get changed, then the Hall of Fame is fine, the way it is. Because then there's going to be... basically, if we do those two things, I think a lot of positions on the Hall of Fame are going to shift around radically.
Doesn't address the problem of overpowered bombers, that, does it?
Well, I mean, overpowered bombers would have to be addressed to fix the Hall of Fame.
Yeah, okay, so absent that, I think the Hall of Fame should be removed from view.
It would be my pick, wouldn't it?
Yeah, because the Hall of Fame is an encouragement to people to play the game in such a way that it maximizes their chances of winning. And as we all know, that means spamming bombers and flying in bomber-stroke-heavy flights. Remove the Hall of Fame and that incentive is gone. It's not going to cure the problem, but it gives less reason for people to do it.
It also gives less reasons for people to play the game, period. So, that's a double-edged sword.
If people are playing the game because they want to be in the top of the Hall of Fame, game's in a pretty bad state anyway. Personally, I don't think any game should have a Hall of Fame. But it's particularly bad in World of Warplanes because it makes the situation of people just spamming bombers, as we've seen relentlessly today. Most of our games have had people spamming bombers.
I need a multi-roll.
Okay.
I don't have
it is your choice.
Amount. Probably,
yeah,
you know what? Let's do tier 10. I have a multi-roll in 10. We haven't flown 10 yet today. We got to do it at least once.
Friendly bombing is even worse, Grant. I agree with you. So, Monsieur Balls, the sausage and mash wasn't a bad guess. I mean, obviously, it's not practical to eat that when you're on stream. So, it was actually a Cornish pasty. Unfortunately, it was a Ginster's Cornish pasty, which is not what I regard as a real Cornish pasty. But it was easy to eat.
I have no idea what that is. That
Both teams have human bombers pattern, and only one or two of them per side. On the NA server, it'll be 1 and 1 because normally you don't get the bomber spam that you see on the EU server. But on the EU server, we need to stop having 4 bombers a game, 3 bombers a game.
Honestly, I love flying in Period 3, but I'm not going to start an EU account and climb all the way to Period 3 to endure that.
It's not as bad as it was. I mean, when the CIS players came across in December 2022, almost every tier 8 to tier 9 game had 3 or 4 bombers per side. That's lessened over time, but you still get those games.
But then that leads to the question, why did it lessen? Did it lessen because these people have moved on to play different things, or did it lessen because there's just less people playing?
Good question. I can't answer that one. I do understand from my CIS colleagues, they were absolutely flabbergasted that the EU server players did not spam bombers.
Oh, wow.
You are approaching the area of combat operations.
Lots of people.
Be ready.
A small number of people, yes. Quite a lot of people for this early in the morning in the States, though.
Mm-hmm.
You are approaching the front line. Off we go.
Let's see if I can get this in one pass.
Make sure you don't bomb the same targets as me, because I've come to the plant as well.
Alright. Alright, I think we're good. You got an AA gun.
Yeah. I'm now going to look for bot bombers. There they are, right on cue.
What did I hit?
Have you just crashed?
I was in the clear. There was nothing there. I mean, we capped the sector, so yay, but...
Oh, kill the bomber. Don't make me turn for him.
I swear, sometimes it's like... Sometimes there's just an invisible something in the way, and you hit it.
Must be an antenna or something.
It must have been, because I was cutting it close. I was lower to the ground than I should have been, yeah, but, like, it wasn't that low.
Maybe the camera view didn't have you under part of your aircraft actually hitting the...
I guess that's possible.
Yeah. It is frustrating when that happens, I know. Ah, their XF-9040 was going to outturn me. Oh, and he's flown into the mountain because I've forced him. How did that survive? What's that? I need to counter that.
The F-7U is a weird plane, but that's why I fly it, because it is weird.
It's a player's plane. It's a plane that if you know the game very well, you can do well in, and if you don't know the game very well, it will punish you.
I'm always willing to take on a challenge.
I thought for a second there you were going to say, I'm always willing to be punished. I'm glad you didn't.
Punishment has been trying to grind the Hawker line.
There's really only one indifferent plane in that line, and that's the Seahawk at tier 9.
What about the Hurricanes?
Oh, sorry, the low tier stuff. Yeah, that's a fair point. Sorry. For me, kind of, the game doesn't start until tier 6.
All plans are under
Stop them! I stopped it from giving them the bonus.
Very good job.
I don't think I'm gonna live much longer. That's a MiG, but
No, that's a good job you've done there. Well done.
not like I. The MiG's already a hard enough fight as it is. I don't think the F7U's winning that. Not on spect.
Well, far more boost than it, of course.
Yeah.
I guess you used all your boost to get there.
Actually, I used all my boost on my dive so I could activate Loveheart's ability, though the icon never popped up.
I can understand that too.
Icon never popped up though, because why would an ability work consistently?
Can you clear out the XF90 at our plants? Oh no, you go to the garrison. You're fine. Have you got bombs?
59 seconds away from bombs.
Okay.
Yeah, so like, even if
Sorry, the XF90's been shot down. Oh, he's moved on anyway. So
the important thing is we have both the plants, so
yeah, if you move on to the other plant from the garrison, that should be fine. I'm going to see if I can find the XF90. He's not over the plant, so I've got a ground attacker there. I'm going to deal with their ground attack as a human after all.
I am really glad that Matt told me that the F7U can one-pass mining plants. I'm like, what? It can? That's actually really cool.
It's good knowledge to know that, isn't it?
Way to go. Victory is close.
That's not how I fly my F7U. I tend to take out gun emplacements.
Well, you have to have Loveheart to do it.
Exactly, yes. Otherwise you don't get the extra damage in the dive.
Mm-hmm. You have to have Loveheart. If you don't have Loveheart, you can't do it. The XF90 is right there. Just tagged him.
Cute. Yep.
Oh, he's flying right beneath me. I'm gonna let him pass by. I don't really want to repeat what happened the last time I fought an XF90.
Hang in there. You'll soon be cut off from support. I say again, support will not be available.
Let's kill the MiG. Oh, was that allowed the XF90 to get on the MiG? No, who knows? Oh wait. The F-84 are speeded away from that.
Great job today. We'll be waiting for you back home.
Okay.
Mining plant flips.
Never going to be a high score in the XF90 when you're fighting against so many players, but decent game. And well played to F22 there, taking the other plant. That's
I cannot
won us
believe
the
I
game.
managed to flip that with the 20s. Didn't even use a bomb to get that. It was just set fire to a ground target and it flipped it right like 2 seconds before they would have gotten the points.
Have you got a gun sight on that?
I think I have a G suit on this because I got Loveheart, so I'm doing the whole diving from a high altitude thing, so I want to get around faster. So
If you find yourself using the guns on ground targets a lot, consider putting on a gun sight with the fire risk.
perhaps,
Bonus characteristic.
perhaps until I specialize planes, the highest I take equipment is to improved, so it shouldn't be too expensive to switch anything.
Yeah, I don't know whether it's the third level characteristic or not, but by all means, if you find yourself doing a lot of work with the guns on ground targets, then do at least give yourself the chance of getting a fire by setting up the fire bonus.
I might do that. All right, it's your pick.
Going to go in the bomber again, see if we can carry on, see if we can get hold of these crates. You never know. The crates might give me something useful.
Honestly, the only thing I'm looking for from these crates is...
Let me guess, an XF-15C.
Oh, I wish. But no, the red crates, the only plane is a Yak 3RD. That's the only one that they can give that I don't have. They've given me all the other ones.
Okay. No, that makes sense. You're not going to be that happy with it when you get it, but it is incredibly manoeuvrable. It's grossly underpowered firepower, although it has got a decent range. I suppose I ought to fly the TU-1 at some point, since I've worked so hard to get it so quickly.
Yes.
My steel crate off the mission off the marathon gave me an XFL-1, which is one of the very few premiums I actually have on this account. So I got gold instead.
Oh, you want to know the worst part? That happened to me during the Tempest Marathon. I already had the XFL, and it gave me an XFL.
For now.
XFL 1 is a great little plane, though.
Yeah, but it's good to have in the hangar, but it's just that I already had it.
Yeah.
Of all the planes, I'm sitting there. You could have given me numerous different planes, premium planes, and you gave me one that I've got.
I was about to say, I thought you were going to say, it gave me the one plane I don't have on my EU account, but no, you have every plane on your EU account, so why would you say that?
Oh, one.
Bar
There is one.
the one.
Yeah, the I-21, which nobody can get.
Attention.
Slim
You are
Bacon.
entering the combat
Okay.
zone. Get ready for battle.
Specialized B-32. But yeah, you should at least fly the TU-1 once a stream.
Yes, I think you're probably right. My next choice will be a Tier 7 as well, when it's my turn. And I'll fly the TU-1, see if I can black things.
Off we go.
I'm probably going to go to this garrison right ahead of me, because I haven't really optimized this pilot for ground target damage.
Yeah, those Spitfire and P-51D, you can bet on at least one of those being in the middle, so I think that's a smart decision. Of course, look at our ground attacker, bot ground attacker, look at where it's heading. Heading directly away from the plant. I don't know what does that in this map.
I might actually try, and since I'm already kind of over here, I think I'm going to try and cause a few problems over that enemy mining plant.
Yeah, why not? Do have a go.
I don't
It
have a
looks as if
lot of ordnance, but...
Oh no, there's a fighter come over here.
Probably
And
the
it's-
P-51.
It is the P-51. I'm not going to have bombs soon. Oh, I don't know, I might have. Wish me luck.
Yeah,
I need
good
to
luck.
take out- Come on, bombs. Come on, bombs. Come on, bombs. Come on, bombs. Got it.
Nice.
Big boy. Doesn't matter if he shoots me down now, but I will put a lot of damage into him.
Ow.
There's Willing came over here as well, which is actually what shot me down, but timing is everything. I would have bet my bottom dollar that one of my bombs would have failed to take out a chimney or something, but I got the power plant. Ooh, nice. Looks like we may get their plant as well. Go to it.
My bomb didn't destroy all of this 50-point ground target.
Okay, finish it off with your guns then.
We're in control.
There you go. Jobs are good, and F-22, well done. I like it.
This is going to be a hot take, but I've said it multiple times. This is the only acceptable 190.
Tier 6? Tier 7? No, I think the Tier 6 is better, personally.
I can't stand the Tier 6.
Why is
at all.
that?
It feels like crap.
That's weird.
And technically so does the 190D, but I've at least kind of got a handle of how this one flies.
Okay. I think you'd probably find most people think the Tier 6 is
That's
head and shoulders above the
exactly
Tier 7.
that is exactly what I've heard many people say. And many people are just fundamentally wrong.
Of course. Right, okay. That's fine. That's the definitive argument. I think we can leave it there. That cannot be gainsaid.
Hello, P-47B. See you there. I don't think I can do too much damage over this airfield, but I'm already here, so I'm going to try.
Did see the Spitfire was on very low health. Mind you, he probably got repairs since I last saw him.
Yeah, likely.
Okay, I'm going back to our plant.
Well,
Because...
I might be joining you on that trip soon.
Yeah, but there's a pair of heavies chasing me. I'd welcome the help.
Well, when I respawn, I will boost over.
Yeah, I'm actually going to confront the heavies because they're both chasing me and I don't actually want to pull them to the plant.
Alright, well, I'm going to use Boost Cooler. I'm going to make my way to the plant as fast as I can.
It'd be nice if you actually shot the heavies down.
Well, I'm all the way at our spawn, so
Yeah, I'm near our plant.
I can try. The question is, will I make it in time?
What I've done is I've tried to keep the heavies busy and occupied just outside of the plant.
You have a P-51D helping you as well, so there is that.
Okay, in that case you can go to the plant.
Yeah.
The Mosquito is very low, he's crashed. In fact, he's dead.
And the other heavy's gone into that garrison.
Ah, perfect. Okay, it was you coming across, you scared them off.
Oh, yes, of course.
Tell me which targets you're going for, please.
I'm gonna go for the fuel tanks.
Okay.
I'm just gonna dump all my ordnance in this one target, because rockets are sad. So that should be 30 points.
We've got something above me that took out the 30-point target. 50-point target I was going for.
We have a PE2.
That's fine. I got my 2 targets, so
I'm strafing
perfect.
the last bunker here, but it's
perfect.
Okay, it died. There's 10 left.
The ground attacker managed to miss at point-blank range a bunker.
I can't believe that.
Yeah. Now I know why they can't take a ground target. There we go.
Honestly, my biggest complaint with bots is they can't just flip a sector.
I wish I could show you what I just saw.
I mean, I can probably just go back and watch your stream after we finish today.
Yeah, I could clip it out. Basically, the scenario was ground attacker at point-blank altitude above a gun emplacement which had a sole bunker left, managed to drop its bomb so far to the left, so far to the right of the ground target that it didn't take out the bunker. And we're talking about it was almost directly over it.
That should be embarrassing.
I just watched it and thought, you know, it could have almost reached out and touched the bunker with his plane.
There's a heavy storm here. Unable to proceed.
Unbelievable.
Do
What do
you
we do
copy?
here? Take a couple of gun emplacements. And we'll take it to...
I'm proud of you, pilot.
That's a well-worked win. Well played, sir.
Yeah.
Particularly as we're up against the B-32.
I'm surprised they never flipped their local mining plant back.
Yeah, I don't know what the B-32 is up to. Whether the... Yeah, no, I'm with you. I don't know what he was up to, full stop.
Genuinely surprised. Considering the 2 ground attackers kind of let me kill them over that zone, which is how I flipped that in the first place. Like, I don't have enough ordnance to flip it usually.
Here's a thought. Maybe he was looking for numbers of sections of ground targets and thought he could get more by going to sectors of less strategic value. I would say that was wrong, but maybe that's what was going through his mind.
I mean, aren't mining plants, like, don't they have the most ground targets at any sector?
I would have said that he would have been best off going to mining plants, yes, but
He
maybe
would have got his sections and contributed to winning the game.
Absolutely, I agree with you. But there you go. B-32 must have been destroyed at least once. So why didn't he go and take his local? Let's have a quick look.
We can check.
Or did he fly around for the entire game?
Well, he finished top of his. He didn't die at all.
Oh, okay. Maybe he just was never in the right place to go for that plant.
What sections did he capture? 2 garrisons and 1 mining plant. So he's the one that flipped our local mining plant at one time.
Yeah, I said that during the game.
Yeah. But garrisons? Okay, that's an interesting decision.
It is, yeah. It is.
Was he in
And
the stratosphere?
it also means he flew all the way across the map. That tends to suggest he never went to his local mining plant.
Considering when I got there, it was like the bot bomber and the 2 bot GAs. Yeah, that makes sense.
So I think he's thought, okay, I won't go to our local mining plant because my bots will take it, and I'll go off and do work elsewhere. And then got undone by the fact that you did a splendid job, interfered at their mining plant, and eventually paved the way for us taking it. And I, by the skin of my teeth, got our plant.
Yeah, that P-51 could have wrecked your plans over there.
Another 5 seconds, and he would have.
Mm-hmm.
Your choice, sir.
My choice. Let's go back to 6. I still need to fly multi-rolls for the above and below thing. I would like to just... I don't want to waste the stream time just bombing ground targets for the above and below, so I'll do that later.
Okay.
But yeah, no, I have heard many people advocate for the A5. I don't like it. I don't like the A5. It just does not jive with me at all.
That is strange.
And the only reason I can tolerate the 190D is because I forced myself to fly it for like a week because I wanted to try the TA-152.
Horizontal boom and zoomer. Let's get going. The first leaves are just beginning to turn on the lilac. The vine's been going a few days. Autumn is definitely on its way.
Still feels like summer.
Well, it would, wouldn't it? Now I've got to... I know what I'm going to be doing after I go. I'm going to start playing... I don't even know if you know of these people. Arrested Development.
I think I've heard of them. I think I've heard of it.
Tennessee.
Yeah, I've heard that.
Yeah, that's Arrested Development.
Mm-hmm. Low tier. There's 1 Typhoon on the other team, and a 410. The Typhoon's not specialized, so I don't think we need to worry about him too much.
I think this may be an occasion when we do actually fly together, so my question to you is, where would you prefer to go first? I think I know the answer, but tell me.
I'm thinking command center.
Yeah, I thought you would, and I'll go with you.
Yeah.
Get ready for action. Let's go.
Basically, if the ME-410 appears, we want to double team him.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty much the same for the Typhoon. Now, note the Typhoon is not specialized.
Mm-hmm. It's a good player, though. I've faced him multiple times before. So,
Okay.
he at least knows what he's doing.
Why is he playing World of Warplanes then?
That's a good question. Well, why are we?
Yeah, I don't know what I'm doing. How about you?
I don't really know what I'm doing either.
There you go. That's why we're playing World of Warplanes.
Yeah. Alright. I'm gonna just drop 2 bombs on this center target here. And hope that that takes it out. No. No, that was pathetic. That was hilariously pathetic.
You failed.
That was hilariously pathetic. Let's just drop the other 2 and go air to air.
Do you want to sort of emphasise again just how pathetic it was?
It was just like, oh, that was awful.
Was it embarrassingly pathetic?
Oh yeah, it was horrible. Okay. It was awful.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, you know which part of the video to go and watch. Mind you, I missed one of my targets.
I at least didn't miss. I just didn't kill it.
I mean, your ordnance is pretty... Are you talking about a kill on a plane or a
ground target? Ground target.
Yeah, those bombs are pretty weak. I'm not sure you should be particularly upset.
I'm used to having love heart in this plane, so...
That I've marked is the 410, okay?
Okay. Yeah, I see him. It doesn't look like he sees us, though. So we might be able to take a few things out on our way through here.
I've done him some fairly serious damage. Can't stay with him, of course. I don't know if you can clear my tail.
Yeah, let's see, where are you at? Okay, yeah, so it's a Corsair, I can try. I'm coming around.
Yeah, you're gonna have to be pretty quick about it.
Yeah, I was not quick enough.
Right, I'm actually going to go to our garrison because we haven't secured that yet.
Works for me.
And I would suggest that perhaps once you've got rid of that Corsair, you go back to the command centre and clear out the ground attacker and bomb and heavy.
Sure.
It's not the 410. The 410 is on the other side of the map.
Yeah. Wow, those bombs suck.
They do. You're right. They absolutely suck. Bear in mind I took about half of the ME410's health as well.
Yeah.
Now he's progressing across the airfield and he's now on your side of the map. I believe he's chasing a multi-role.
He is. I can see it on the map.
Okay, I'll leave him to your tender mercies to either avoid or engage as you see fit.
Well, I'm dealing with a P-38 right now. If he enters this command center, I should be able to deal with him. Because that's not a repair airfield.
Yeah, he's turned around, so for the moment, that's not his plan.
He's diving after a ground attack that's in front of me. He's probably going to actually end up right in range of me. He is. Oh, he's looking right at me. Oh, he set me on fire. And now there's a Corsair on my tail. Crap.
How did you go head on with him?
He switched targets from the ground attack to me. I just need to make sure I'm not outside. I'm not in the zone because I'm not living that. There was a Corsair and the 410. Oh, sweet. We took the airfield.
Nice job. Well done.
Now I can actually just spawn in and, maybe it might be better just leave the 410 on low health.
Actually, that's a pretty smart take.
Like, just leave him alone. Like, I'll just make my way to the mining plant. We might lose our command center in the process, but if we can stop them taking the mining plant...
I'm on my way there as it happens, so yeah, let's try that plan. I quite like that. The problem is, whilst he's positive health, he can still do things, but, you know, let's see.
Well, positive health doesn't necessarily help him when Squall Line shows up.
Be easy to kill, yeah. You're off to the ground attacker, I take it?
Yep.
Hang on, there's a multi-roll coming in. It's the Typhoon.
It's
Heads
the
up.
Typhoon, yeah, I see him. I'm switching targets.
As you can see, I've got a whole load of good stuff into him there. Well done. I don't know what he's trying to do. I saw him fire rockets into the ground. Obviously trying to take some sort of ground target rather than trying to shoot us down.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
All right. Do we want to take this garrison in front of us?
I think the garrison's a splendid place to go. I still have a couple of bombs, so I can take out one target.
Great. Because your bombs are actually useful.
They're okay. They're not the strongest, but I've got more of them, so...
Well, I mean, I have 4 bombs, but they just suck.
Yeah, they're not as strong as these. What would be, I think, the right way to go about this is if you keep your eye on the heavies and try and get them down.
Yeah. I'm gonna take a shot at this P-40 that's in front of me, though, real quick.
If you can, yeah.
Curtis tail, so he shouldn't be too much of a problem. Alright. Hello, P-38s.
I didn't get my ground target.
Enemy bombers inbound. Don't let them reach their target.
Ah! He lived. I needed one more bullet.
Une on us. I should be able to get this P40 with a bit of luck. That will do it.
We cannot support you any longer. The storm is too heavy. Do you copy? Over.
Okay.
Bomber over the plant.
Bomber over the plant. There's 2 heavy fighters.
Right, the 410 has clearly respawned at some point. Because he's now on 3/4 health.
Mm-hmm.
Typhoon appears to be... I'm not sure what the Typhoon's doing, frankly. He seems to be escorting their bombers.
That's interesting.
Yeah, I'm not sure that's the case. Oh, he's gone to the garrison. He has gone to the garrison, though.
Okay. I see a Corsair in front of me. I'm gonna see about taking that. Oh, I think the 410 is sniping me? I can't tell.
I don't see him near you.
Okay, I saw him in the,
I don't know if he's covered up by something else, because you're pretty close to a bomber flight. No, both the heavies are on the far side of the airfield.
Yeah, he's on the far side of the airfield. I'm fine.
We need to protect the plant.
We do need to protect the plant, yes. I will finish this duel and I will make my way over there.
Yeah, go high so you can take bombers. I'm going to go low.
Nice! He flew into the airfield!
Good.
Alright, I'm using Boost Cooler to get up because I am in my yellow at this moment in time.
Okay. Thank you very much for the follow, Hunter Games 23, and welcome to the community.
I see a B-17 right off my right-hand wing, so I'm going to take some shots at him.
Lovely to have you along.
Victory is close.
ME410's coming in. Coming in low, by the way.
Coming in low? Okay. I'm really high up in the air.
No, you're fine. Just to carry on doing what you're doing. I'm going to keep the 410 busy. Oh, he's turned!
Oh, that was his mistake.
Guess what? He's dead.
Great!
Can't believe he
So
turned
am
against
I.
me.
Oh, the freaking Typhoon showed up. Saved his bomber.
Yeah, that's not good.
That's not good. I was over the zone. So the Typhoon's probably going to be diving down on you?
He's not actually. He's trying to get a ground target.
Well, it's only
he's
you and
aware
the
of
yak.
me.
It's only you and the yak. So maybe play to survive.
Yeah, have I got boost? I don't think this is a very experienced player. The reason I took that on is because I felt we just couldn't risk losing the plant. However, he's dead,
Oh.
and I'm going to fly away.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hey, that's a really good win.
Yeah, that was pretty good. I got Vanguard, which means I actually capped a good amount of sectors there.
Nicely played, sir. We're on the NA server, Hunter Games, and to be fair, I don't really... People I don't know don't generally invite them to try and join the same games, but if you want to try and join the same game, look at the battle button when we press it, when it goes, and see if you can get in.
There is
you
a
can't
stream
actually
delay.
join us because we're in a flight, and you can only get 2 in a flight. So What I will say is, if you join the Game Hunter games, please do not use my stream to work out where we are and try and get an advantage from it. That is a no-no. Okay?
Yep.
So I'll leave that to you.
Same goes for me. It is nice to meet a fellow hunter, though. That's nice.
True. Both of you are hunters. Okay. Tier 6 was your choice. I think I've lost.
Yes, that was my pick. Because I wanted to fly the S-199. I am now 4 sectors away from completing the multi-role portion of Above and Below.
Very good. I think I'm 12 away.
So what tier do you want to fly?
I want to. I'm only 113. I'm going to be boring. I'm going to play this tier 8 Grand. I'll play the tier 7 Grand Attacker. Sorry.
Tier 7?
Yeah. I'll play the ME-3-2. The tier 7 German Grand Attacker.
You know what?
ME-265.
To keep things different, I will fly the P-47N.
Good idea.
Not a big fan of the P-47s and the way they're balanced in the game, but...
I hope you were quick, Hunter, because we both pressed the battle button there.
There is also a stream delay, so even if we had both pressed the button, it's like... He would kind of have to, like, press the button slightly before we do to get in.
The stream delay is 8 seconds.
I'm not sure what mine is, but
I've got a timer, so I know I can see my timer real time.
Yeah,
and
you
you
have a timer on your stream, don't you?
Yeah, I do indeed.
I did set mine to ultra low latency, so there shouldn't be too long of a delay between moments. I will say the P-47N, I used to hate it when I was first flying it, but as I was getting used to flying it, trying to get to the XP-72, it's actually not that bad.
And that's what most people find if they actually just spend some time thinking about the aircraft and what it does well and what it doesn't do well.
It's like Myers helps.
Thank goodness for map variety. Well, I've got a Grand Attacker, so I think you can probably guess where I'm going.
Yeah. Well, I'm in a what is effectively a pseudo ground attacker, so you can probably guess where I'm going.
Yeah, just note they've got an ME-410.
And a spec B-17. And a specialized BF-109G. And we have a Tornado.
Yeah, I'm just wondering whether it might be an idea if you accompanied me.
That's exactly what I was thinking, actually.
Yeah.
Hence the whole pseudo ground attacker thing. Because the US don't get ground attack planes, but we get the Republic line.
Yep. As close is.
It's about as close as we can get. So which target are you going to go for first? I'll try and knock it.
I am going to take out the central. It may take me 2 passes, but I'm going to take out the central power plant.
Okay, I'm gonna work on one of these 50-point targets.
Super. I always find the one with the fuel cell storage units is a little bit easier than the cooling tower one, but it's up to you.
I went for what I think is a hangar.
I actually got the 80-point target, the power plant in one pass.
Oh, nice.
I'm working over one of the 50-point targets as well. One that you've clearly damaged. Oh, hang on, we've got company here. Did you not see him coming in?
No, I didn't see you. I was dodging you.
Yeah, but did you not see him on his way over?
No, I did not see him on his way over. He arrived too late.
Yeah, so the reason I invited you here was to keep an eye out for that kind of threat.
Mm-hmm. Oh, there's a light fighter here too. Ow!
Okay, I'll see if I can turn.
I am surprised. Okay, I'm not gonna live. Just move on to the next thing. is there's a light fighter behind me.
Hang on, just hang on. I've got the rear gunner on him. He's gone.
Great. I appreciate it.
Okay, can now you get the ME410 off
I
me?
could try.
Oh, you've crashed now.
I had
anyway.
no airspeed.
Don't go head on with him. Oh wow, you made it work. Well done. I wouldn't have given you a lot of money for that.
That's why I spam the rockets.
Okay, so my plan was, just for future reference, that you would kind of keep a watching brief out for that kind of threat coming in.
Yeah, it would have been nice to know you wanted me to keep an eye out for that. I would have, actually. I was focused on helping cap the mining plant as quick as possible.
Point taken. I think we've got a chance of getting this airfield. I'm going in there.
Okay. I've actually caused a bit of damage over here at this mining plant.
That's good work.
I managed to set a fire and took out a 50 and a 30 point, I think.
Oh, splendid. We've got the airfield. You carry on doing what you're doing.
Here comes 410. I do not think I'm going to be living much longer.
You can outmaneuver a 410 even in that cow of a plane. Sorry, let me rephrase that. You ought to be able to outmaneuver a 410.
Considering,
even in that cow of a plane.
Oh, hello, BF-109G. You are a problem.
Yeah, that you are not going to outmaneuver, I'm fairly sure.
Yeah, Oh, there's a P-51. Well, I delayed them taking the mining plant.
Yep.
That
good
was
work,
was my goal, and I accomplished that.
Yep, good work. And I was able to get the airfield.
Great.
In fact, actually, we got it without me, but I did a little bit here. Ooh, what's that?
Okay.
So the P-51A bot's just been shot down by our tornado.
Good.
I'm going into the mining plant.
Alright, I am following. I'm about 13,000 feet out, so...
Right, the ME410 is here high at the moment.
Yeah, I see him. And the 109G's there, but low.
Oh shoot, they've just taken this at the worst possible moment. I'm committed to being in the sector.
I'm gonna see what I can do about the 410.
Okay, good luck.
Okay, tornado, help me out.
Good work. Okay, plant unlocks in
2 seconds.
now. And given that you've got at least a 30-second grace, you can use your ordnance if you've got it.
Yep, I shot it at a 50-point target, destroyed it. Every rocket. And I'm gonna drop
Good.
2 bombs on the other 50-point target.
Excellent. I've got the 80-point target out of the way.
Keep it up. Victory is almost ours.
And now you should be thinking about ME410, although I'm not sure he's going to come back here.
How is there...
To be honest.
We took out 2 50 points, and the central...
So something has crashed here.
We have complete control.
Fine, I'll machine gun an AA gun then.
I
That'll
was
do
going
it.
to do that. You horrible person. Oh, that was my target. Well done.
Oh, hello, castle that I almost ran into, not paying attention.
Did you? I just wondered how close you were going to get to that.
I was looking behind me.
We're waiting for your return.
I'm thinking that's getting close. He's going very close to that. Pull up, terrain alert. Warning. Danger, Will Robinson. Oh gosh, you have to be old to get that one.
Yeah, I don't get that one, I'm afraid.
I don't know if any of my viewers are going to get it either. You have to be really old to get that one. Okay, your
I'd say
choice.
that went pretty well.
Yeah, nicely coordinated. I think the decision to fly together, even though we didn't quite get it right at the start, that was the right decision there.
Mm-hmm. Because we did flip that mining plant before the 410 showed up, and
Yep.
and that was the goal.
Yep.
I need
Yep.
to get 2 more sectors.
Okay. Choose what will get you to do that. Another multi-roll.
Yeah, I'm just...
By the way, it's a 1960s sci-fi series called Lost in Space.
I haven't seen that.
Of course.
I've seen a bunch of older shows, but I haven't seen that one.
Oh, do you remember any of their names?
A-Team. I've watched the original Star Trek.
Oh God. A-Team, an older show. Thanks.
I've seen...
I was an adult when that came out.
I've seen
Original Star Trek is interesting, though. Okay, so that's late 60s.
I've seen the original Incredible Hulk TV show.
Oh, so don't make me angry.
Yeah, my father was a huge
me when
fan of
I'm
that
angry.
show. Like, huge fan. Let's do it. Let's go tier 8.
Okay, David Bannerman.
What else? What else?
Lou Ferrigno, I think it was, who played the Hulk.
I've seen Dukes of Hazzard.
Oh, yuck. But yes, good. I'm glad you have. What are you going to play? Let's have a quick look.
F2G.
You were in the F2. Okay, I'll play the tier 8 Grand Attacker and progress a little bit more.
Oh gosh. Literally, what my family would do is buy DVDs and Blu-rays of older shows from when my parents were growing up, because there was just nothing good on modern TV. Nothing good.
I'm going to modify that slightly and say I think there are good things on modern TV, but because there's so much of it, it's actually quite hard to find them.
I don't know, because like, for the most part, half the things we would see on TV were just garbage.
Well, that's true. I agree with that. And also, viewing habits have changed. I mean, who actually watches TV these days?
Yeah, that's a good question. Because like, as I've gotten older, we've watched less and less TV because everything's on streaming services now.
That's right. Yeah, absolutely.
And now the streaming services are starting to run ads, so it's basically just like cable, so why did we ever give up cable?
Quite. A little bit different in the UK, but yes, it's still an issue. But back in the 60s, there were some keynote science fiction series. So you've mentioned one, the original Star Trek series. I've mentioned Lost in Space. Another one that comes to mind is Time Tunnel. There's one that I'm trying to remember with very small people. They've been shrunk, but I can't remember the name of the program.
Is it Honey, I Shrunk the Kids?
No, that's much, much later.
Oh, Map Variety.
Yeah, and finally a B-29C.
Yeah.
Entering the combat zone. Get ready for battle.
Well,
Good luck.
what are you in F2G? So what are we, tier 8? You've got a nuclear bomb, haven't you?
Yes, although it's not really... I find it to be underwhelming.
Nonetheless, I'm going to suggest you that you go to the command center, and
I would have gone there anyway.
I'm going to go to the garrison.
Oh, we
I
have a
assume the
B-29. So there's a B-29 on both sides.
Oh, at least it's balanced. Equal pain for both teams. I'm going to go to the garrison and then make my way across to their plant on the assumption that their B-29 will have long ago capped it.
I'd say that's a safe guess.
It's not a bad guess, is it?
Alright. Let's drop the big bomb and hope it actually does something. It did something. Let's go. We count this as a win.
We are happy bunnies, he said. No, not the borrowers. Although that's a good guess. It's something else. I may even resort to looking at one of the flights, Radio Master. Careful.
Alright, command center is ours.
And garrison is ours too, and oddly enough, the plant is theirs.
I mean, that's probably where the B-29 went. I know if I was in a bomber, I'd go to the mining plant. I guess I'm gonna make my way to the garrison. That's just across the way.
I think our bomber, B-29C, has flown all the way to their plant at the start of the game.
I mean...
So I'm not...
That could work.
It will work, because he's going to take it. He's going to take it before I get there.
Yeah, he's just...
Suspect.
He's just gotta make sure he gets it in one pass.
I've got a bit of thunder and lightning here.
Oh, really?
Yeah, really.
Is that vampire looking at me? Yes.
You've just reminded me of a 1976 film with Robert De Niro.
Oh, really?
Called Taxi Driver. Yeah, one of the signature phrases from it. You looking at me? Are you looking at me?
I have not seen that. I've heard that phrase, but I have not seen that. Also, I'm dead.
I'm not sure it's the sort of film that you would appreciate, but I will say to you, it is one of the finest films I've ever seen.
Oh.
And this was when Robert De Niro was a seriously good actor.
Oh yeah, the B-29 did flip the mining plant.
Well, actually, I did in the end, but he did most of the work.
Okay, works out then.
Yeah.
Pretty
much.
I died on the edge of that garrison, so... So where's their B-29? Probably over our command center, then? There's a bomber over there.
Oh, vampire.
Yeah, mm-hmm.
That's no problem. I've turned him back towards the spawn. It's not a bad thing. I'm actually going to take a pass over the airfield this time.
I'm on my way there too, actually.
So this film I've just mentioned, Taxi Driver, also features Jodie Foster at the start of her acting career.
We've taken over the forward airfield. Nice work.
One of these days I'm going to get myself organised. It's a really good film, but I'm just not quite sure it's the sort of film that you... Put it this way, if you're wondering about it, read the synopsis and then decide.
Yeah.
But I can tell you that as a film, it's a fantastic film.
There's a few films I've seen that a lot of people wouldn't think I would have liked, so...
Yeah, I mean, I've got no idea. I could be completely wrong and misjudging the situation. Let's put it this way, it's not a feel-good film.
Ah. I've watched a few of those.
Yeah.
When I was like, I want to say like 14, 15, I think Red Tails.
You were going to say, when I was young, and I was going to go, pardon?
When I was like 14, 15.
What do you mean, when you were young?
Red Tails, a movie about the Tuskegee Airmen, came out in theaters, and I watched that, and I absolutely loved that, and that's a tragic movie. That is like a really sad movie. But
also a piece of documentary history that we ought to have, so in that sense it fulfills two purposes. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But that was a wonderful movie, I greatly enjoyed it.
Sadly, more or less the British equivalent of that would be films on the Polish squadron in the Battle of Britain, the 303 Squadron, and there were two films released on that, actually fairly recently, but both of them aren't very good.
Oh, I was hoping you would say they were good, because I've been wanting to learn more about that.
These are not the films.
Unfortunate.
Yeah.
Oh, the enemy B-29 is over their mining plants that they own.
And what, just circling doing gunship stuff?
Yup.
Victory is in sight.
Yeah. Well, I hope he doesn't mind, but I'm just going to drop my owl.
You're going to drop your owl?
I got hit by the turret fire, it injured my pilot. But I'm gonna sneak the mining plant out from underneath them.
And me.
Oh well. Oh,
Yeah,
hello,
you don't sound
clanmate.
you really don't seem too upset.
No, I'm not.
Well, cheers, buddy.
Well, cheers. Thanks for the effort.
Yeah, I turned up only to find you'd done it all.
Thunderstorms is approaching. We'll soon be unable to
Next time, leave me some.
B-29 gunshipping over a factory he already owns.
Yeah, that's a bit naughty, isn't it? And also a bit futile.
It's the worst possible thing he could have been doing. I'm not a bomber main, and I know that was stupid.
Yeah, that speaks to me of frustration.
He's frustrated, but he's in a B-29.
Their BF-109G. I think I've just given him the most horrible shock of his life. He's turned round and expected to shoot me down. I've actually got my guns pointing at him.
Oh,
you can see by the way he sort of went, ooh, evade.
I'll have to watch that clip.
Give me a moment. I shall be back very shortly. As Americans might say rather archly, I'm going to go to the restroom. But being British, I'm going to say, I'm off to the toilet.
Okay. Oh, I can research the next airframe. Sweet. Oh, wait, I have this engine? Mount it. I didn't... How did I get this engine? Oh. Sweet.
Where were you when you didn't get wet? You're a clever cat. You really are.
I just discovered a happy accident. And, okay, that took me by surprise, honestly. Probably do demolition.
Thank you for your patience, everyone. You may have heard me say that we've got some thunder and lightning here, so I'm just keeping an eye on things. We've got heavy rain. It looks like the thunder and lightning isn't near enough for me to be worried about it, but if I suddenly say, sorry, gotta go, that will be the reason why.
Oh, okay. Well, I made a happy little discovery.
Oh my God, you're Bob Ross in disguise, and I claim my £5. Did you have a happy little tree?
No.
Do you even know who Bob Ross is?
Yes, I know. Okay. Yes, I know. I've seen.
You're cringing right now, aren't you? Okay.
But
I interrupted you.
During my melee through the XP-72, I accidentally unlocked the top engine for the F2G, and I just didn't know it.
That's a happy little accident.
It's a happy little accident. And that game gave me enough points to research the airframe module. So now all I need to do is research the middle engine, because of course, and then I can have this thing elite, and then I can work on specializing it.
How have I got the Tier 7 F4U and nothing on the Tier 6? Oh, I don't understand that. I must have stripped everything off. Right, that's my choice for Tier 7.
Tier 7?
Yep.
Well, the only above and below thing that I have left to do is ground target sections. So
okay.
It's time.
If you want to concentrate on that, I've got just over 100 to do of those, but I've still got 12 sectors to capture with multi-rolls, so...
It's time to pull out the TU-2.
I did say I was going to fly the TU-1 at some point, didn't I?
Yes. This would have been your opportunity.
It would have been my opportunity. Now we're going to have to wait at least 20 minutes. And that's beginning to run towards the end of the stream, I guess. How are you fixed for time, I should ask?
I'm all right. I don't have anything pressing.
You did? Okay, you've got no exams this week?
I do have exams, but the first exam's aviation safety, so I'm not too stressed about that, because that's not really a hard class. It's literally just common sense around airplanes.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is not F-22 saying, safety, we don't not want no stinking safety on our planes.
It's just, don't walk in front of an airplane on a tarmac if it has a propeller. Or
really?
At all.
Really?
I'm
I've
I'm being
I've seen
facetious,
planes
but
walking on the tarmac in front of other planes, let alone people.
I'm being facetious, but that's the general gist of the class. Is just
Word of the stream, ladies and gents, facetious. And he did say facetious and not farinaceous. I'm going to have to look up that 1960s science fiction series.
I have seen a couple episodes of Doctor Who, but
You have?
just a couple.
Do you remember? Do you remember who the Doctor was? You probably don't even know who the actor was.
No idea. No idea. I don't even know how old. Yeah, if it was an old episode or a more modern episode, because for some reason that show just runs forever and just doesn't end.
Okay, so Doctor Who started. Actually, the first episode was broadcast just after the evening of the assassination of John F. Kennedy
Oh.
in 1963.
Oh.
It ran until 1989. There was a film in the middle of the 90s of Doctor Who, and then it was restarted, I think, in 2005, and has run ever since. It's still running now.
Oh, okay. So it's not been running since the 60s.
Not continuously.
It did run. It started in the 60s, stopped, and then they revived
63.
it.
Correct.
Okay. I don't know.
And there have been, depending on how you count them, there have been 14 or 15 different actors play the Doctor.
Right. I don't know much about that show. I've only
Land of the Giants, that was it.
I've only seen
90s.
like a couple of episodes, and that's not enough for me to really judge anything.
No, absolutely not. You're not going to be able to tell anything about Doctor Who from a couple of episodes.
It's like it could be episodic, it could have a linear story. I would not know.
Well, there is a unique feature to Doctor Who which you may not have appreciated, and that is that the Doctor regenerates.
Oh, you're right. I don't appreciate that.
Yeah.
Is that how they've kept the show going so long? They're just saying, "Oh, this Doctor's dead, but we have a new Doctor right here."
Pretty much, that is exactly it.
Aw, that's such a cop-out.
It's clever, and it was. Remember that this conception came in about 1965. Now they had that problem with the original series of Doctor Who. The original actor William Hartnell, unfortunately, was losing his mental capacities. So they were faced with the problem of him no longer really being able to act in Doctor Who, and they didn't know what to do. And somebody within the BBC production team came up with a brilliant idea of having the Doctor regenerate into a different person. And that not only stuck, that's become a signature trademark of the series.
I mean, it's clever. I don't think I've seen any other series do it, but I don't know how I feel about it.
It works. Let me just say that. It works.
Oh yeah, I'm sure it works. Oh, I'm dead.
In fact, actually, people get emotionally invested in the regeneration of the Doctors.
Are you serious?
These are people who really like Doctor Who, of course. Your average person is going to go,
Well done. The plant is ours.
But yes, the dedicated Whovians, as they call themselves these days, when it comes, typically a Doctor will be played by an actor now for about 3 years, and then they have to regenerate. Some Doctors have played it for longer. Tom Baker did, for instance, the 4th Doctor. And yeah, people get quite emotional about losing one Doctor and getting another. So they've got I don't want to lose the Doctor I know and love so much, but I'm excited to see who the new Doctor is going to be. It's a really quite strange thing.
That is so weird.
Are you here shooting my targets? No, you're not. Okay, that's good.
I'm here struggling to take a freaking command center.
You're one nearest our base?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's okay. I'm over theirs. So, recently, it's led to some interesting things. For the bulk of the Doctor Who series, both the original 1960s to 89 and the start of the reboot, as it were, from 2005, the Doctor has been played by a white male. And they've suddenly realised the opportunities that they've got with regeneration. So the last Doctor but one was the first female Doctor, and now we've got the first coloured Doctor.
Right, okay, I did hear, didn't people really not like her performance as the Doctor? I don't know, like, this is just rumors I've heard.
I was disappointed with Jodie Whittaker. I thought she was a terrific piece of casting, but she never seemed to gel in the show to me.
Okay, so that's not just me. That's not just rumors I've heard. That was something like...
There are your misogynists who just didn't want a woman playing the Doctor, which is crazy in my view. But yeah, I don't think she was as good as I was expecting her to be. I was a bit disappointed. Because Jodie Whittaker, I think, is actually a pretty good actress.
I'm sure I've seen her in other things.
Yes, you will have. Ooh, you might have heard that.
I got a light fighter chasing me.
I don't know if you heard that on the screen, but that was a crack of thunder. I've got ordnance, but there are planes to shoot, so I will shoot planes.
I got lucky. It was a 109F. That thing shoots pea shooters.
Oh, the blasted swelling took out 2 of my control surfaces. Still, I've stopped them from taking their command centre. Yeah, so Ncuti Gatwa. And again, Ncuti Gatwa, who's the latest incarnation of the Doctor, again, a very fine actor indeed. But the writing is not very good for him, and he keeps shouting, so he's yet to gel as well.
Maybe it's not the actors, maybe it's the writers.
I think very much so in the case of Ncuti Gatwa, who I know to be a very talented actor. But they seem... I mean, the series, the episodes are written so that they're very fast-paced, I should say. But
that's probably to appeal to the younger generations more.
Yeah, exactly that.
Have you seen some of the videos that kids watch these days?
Yeah. If you were to watch the 1963 episodes, it could not be more different. They are incredibly slow-paced.
That would honestly be a breath of fresh air.
Hey, it would, actually, yeah. You've got a storyline that lasts 8 episodes, and it's not a story arc, it's a storyline.
Alright, I'm on my way to this command center.
Now you've got about 6 stories within a single episode. But yeah, they're not utilising Ncuti Gatwa particularly well, in my opinion. And of course, being that sort of older person, my favourite Doctors were from the original batches of series anyway. If you really pressed me, I think I could probably name all the Doctors. I'm not going to, don't worry. I am keeping an eye on that weather. That was a very, very loud thunderclap just now.
That ADA is dead! Why did he kill me?
Spite.
Ugh. The good news is I managed to make some progress on flipping that command center.
You're on your own.
At least, if I was gonna die, at least it happened then. Considering Squall. I mean, I say that, but the mining plants are gonna win us this game.
I've only flipped one sector here because I've spent all my time trying to get hold of these 2.
I was about to say, you spent all your time rambling about Doctor Who.
Yes, that too. Yeah, that's quite true. Yeah, you'd lost the interest around about the 4th Doctor, and I was working my way through all 15 of them.
I've met several Whovians who really, really like the show. From the few episodes I've seen, I've never really gotten into it.
Yeah. I'm not sure how easy it would be to get into it starting fresh. Probably reasonably easy, but there's a huge backstory.
Head back home.
Yeah, it's like there's a lot of things. There's a lot of things you'd have to know. When if you go look at like Star Trek or Star Wars, it's like there is this thing. It exists. We go here and accomplish this mission. Like
Ooh, we got doggies. Well done. Yes, and also I suspect Doctor Who is probably the oldest science fiction series in the world still running. Albeit it had a long break, of course. But
Still running, maybe. I don't know. I don't know for sure. Only 76 sections of ground targets. Oof.
oh no!
The thing is, I think I have to use a bomber or a GAA, and my highest of both is 7.
You do that.
My highest of both is tier 7. Flat out.
Okay, I'll stick in this multi-role then. Hello. I suppose I should say, konnichiwa, Yakuro-san.
You know
I
what,
am well,
to
and
change
all the
things
better
up
for
for
having
the
you in the
stream.
scene.
To change things up for the stream, I am going to fly the IL-8. I don't have all the parts on this, but
Okay.
just so I'm
That's
not
fine.
bored to death.
I'm going to do a shout out for Biyakuro-san. So, a fellow, I'm sure, variety streamer as well, but currently investing quite a lot of time in Expeditions Rome, which is how I came across him. Very pleasant chap. VTuber, which for me is fine. I like to see the art for VTube. And started Near Replicant last night, which I believe was his very first look at the game. How did that go, Biyakuro? Byaku. Oh, did I not press the battle button? You must keep an eye on that and tell me when I appear.
You have not pressed the battle button yet.
Thank you for telling me that I hadn't pressed the battle button.
Yes. How much longer are you wanting to go for?
Well, I'm keeping an eye on the weather. I think actually might be a smart thing for me to say make this the last one.
Sounds fair. I once when the ground target missions are the primary objective, I start to clock out real fast.
Yeah, the attention wanders, doesn't it? I'm pretty much the same as you. They're not my favourites either.
It's like,
Anyway,
oh,
that
no,
sci-fi
I'm
series with
building.
the little people, which I mentioned in conjunction with Time Tunnel and Lost in Space, was, of course, Land of the Giants.
Oh.
Get ready for battle. Good luck.
Oh,
Because they were little.
this is not looking too good for me. Specialized
Badger.
A26. There's a 410 specialized, and there's
Badger.
a 109G and a 51D on the other side.
I would recommend we ignore the plant to begin with and go garrison, airfield garrison if we can. But what would you prefer to do?
That's an odd strategy. I'm willing to try it.
Yeah, the reason being is I think the ME410 might very well appear over the plant and do us both harm. But if you want to do garrison plant, let me know and I'll go there. I can outmaneuver the 410, but of course he can just boom and zoom me.
Yeah, he'll be able to outclimb you easy.
Yep. I think he'd make life very difficult for me. And then
No, let's try your plan. Let's do the whole. Let's do garrison
I
airfield.
like
garrison.
your enthusiasm.
It might work. It might not. I'm willing to try it.
I think it's worth trying something different here because if they do the obvious, we aren't going to be able to counter it. It's if they happen not to do the obvious where we could sort of like fall down on our faces.
Yeah, like they do have 2 unspecialized light fighters. They're probably going to be over that airfield.
Right, so I'm pretty sure the A26B has just dropped bombs on the garrison. The ME410 has done a little bit of damage. I think he's flown through the garrison and gone straight to the plant.
The A26 is over the airfield.
Shoot him down then. And I will too.
What in the heck?
So they're trying something funky because they can. They've got flexibility to do odd things. That would suggest to me that the ME410 may have gone over the plant just to
Just in case we did or something like that.
Yeah, just to interfere whilst the A26 messed around, basically. Anyway, I shot down the A26.
Yes, I saw. I'm gonna take out a ground ground target here.
I'm hoping that's the BF-109G dead as well. Okay.
Yes, you got him.
Yeah, it was a ram. Their ME-410 is dead.
I got the special target.
Nicely done.
Airfield is ours.
Let's go for the garrison. Let the pawns go for the mining plant.
Okay.
Anyway, it's up to you. You don't have to, but that's my
No, it's
suggestion.
fine. This plan is kind of working. Although I have a 190 on me now, so that's not fun.
Okay, I'll deal with that. I may get shot down by a tornado or whatever it is.
No,
the
he left
A26
you.
is back.
Oh, yeah,
Oh,
he
I-
is. Why is he going to the
invited.
airfield?
He's just inviting me to shoot him down,
Why?
so I will.
Yeah, why is he? Why? Why?
Because he can. He's a bomber player, and he's got the belief that he can do anything.
Oh, the 109G is passing overhead.
Right, I am now coming to the garrison. Looks like the 109G is. He's
Ignored
turning
me.
the heavy.
He's completely ignored me.
Yeah, he's gone for the bot heavy. Right, I'm coming in for the garrison as well.
Sweet.
Do you know, I thought we were going to take the plant. We actually haven't, but
Well, I mean, with this strategy, we haven't really been prioritizing the plant, so...
absolutely not. But it actually looked as if we were going to at one point.
Oh, okay, the 410 is looking right at me.
He is.
Yep. Let's see.
Is he actually after me, though? He should be. I get this. Yay! Sorry, I shouldn't say that with such a sense of glee, should I? Oh, how
Okay.
did you get the fire? Again, the criticals
Ow! Ow!
when they shouldn't be getting criticals.
Hey, you know what? He just did me a favor. I can spawn at the airbase and go to the mining plant.
Absolutely, he's done me a favour as well with his fire. But again, annoyingly, I outmaneuver him and get into position to shoot him, but with his one shot, he set me on fire.
Yeah, I don't have an explanation for that, honestly. Is that
It happens all the
A-26
time.
still over the airfield?
It is? Where is he? Let me shoot him down. Where is he?
I
He seems
way
to be a
up
bit
high,
higher
way
this
up at
time.
altitude this time. Yeah, I think
okay.
he's a
The
bit
reason for that is
wary.
I've shot him.
I think
Yeah.
he's a bit wary.
He's been shot down twice at low altitude. He's probably not used to competition.
Oh, good grief! This plane's altitude limitations on this map in particular are just
Sorry.
awful.
You're speaking as if you have altitude performance.
I do on the deck, immediately on the
ME-410.
deck.
Can you see I've just highlighted him so you know where he is?
Yes, I'm going around the... Okay, yeah, I see. I thought I was going around the other side of the mountain, but I am not. But it looks like he's busy.
He is busy.
So hopefully that means that I can just
He's
swoop
also
in.
on low health.
Yeah. Problem, if I can hit him with my anti-tank guns, he'd probably die. But, that's a big if. Pretty big if.
He's being chased by a couple of fighters off.
I'm not too worried about him, honestly, in that case, then.
Yeah, he's got other things to keep him occupied. BF-109G's just been destroyed by me. ME-410 has just gone down. You've got a clear run.
Good job, pilots. Now we control the
Clear run equals mining plant.
Super duper. Well done, sir.
Receiving reports about rapidly deteriorating weather conditions. The fort will be unable to reach you.
I hope when I get some upgrades on like the airframe and the engine for this aircraft that it gives me a little bit larger of an optimal altitude band because
Nope.
how do people play these planes? Genuinely.
That's a very good question these days. I mean, they were never that pleasant to play anyway. I never liked the low-tier Russian ground attackers.
The A-26 is back over the airfield at low altitude.
Bless him.
I don't know what he's thinking.
I don't think thinking has much to do with it.
Genuinely.
There's no way to break through for you now. You're on your
What
own.
is up with that guy?
Air supremacy.
Oh, of course. Of course, by the time I get here, it's flipped.
Of course.
Why wouldn't it be?
Of course.
This would be where somebody would say, well, why didn't you go for the IL-10? You can kind of dogfight in the IL-10. I'm like, well, the IL-10 doesn't do ground target stuff as well, now does it?
Not as much, no. But, yeah, very much a flexible plane. Is that a Focke-Wulf bothering you? Oh, it doesn't.
Yeah.
I was about to shoot him down, but never mind.
Waiting for your return.
There we go.
I got an assist medal? How?
Well, you participated, didn't you?
I must.
I believe you did something in that game, didn't
I
you?
must have. I must have landed a few of those shots on that A-26 then, I guess.
You probably did.
Just not the anti-tank gun. Because otherwise I think I would have took out an engine.
You probably didn't. Well, that was a successful game, wasn't it? That was a nice finish for the
Yeah.
stream.
This is a pretty good win.
So how are you fixed for next week? Can you see that far ahead?
I should be good for next week.
As things stand at this moment, you believe you're okay. Now, the reason I'm asking is because I think you know that I have a horse.
Yes. As far as I am aware, I am good for next week.
I am hoping next week that I will be able to get an assignment with a horse done in the morning and back in time. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
But keep an eye on your keep an eye on your Discord
Mm-hmm.
in case I drop you a message saying I've been delayed and I won't be streaming. Well, certainly at that 1:30, and maybe not later at all. What I'm having done with the horse is most people would call it farriery. It's actually remedial podiatry. Basically, he's having his hooves trimmed and set up so that he's as comfortable as possible because he's got problems with his legs. Now, in theory, if the girl gets going around about 10 o'clock, then I'll be back in time for the stream in plenty of time. If she doesn't get going until 11 o'clock, that's a bit more touch and go. So keep an eye out on your Discord, please.
Yeah, sure. If something's coming up, just let me know.
I will indeed. Otherwise, we'll be good to go, and I will look forward to doing it. Can I thank you, Mr. F22 Hunter, for a most enjoyable afternoon's gameplay? It has been a lot of fun.
Yes, it has. I'm looking forward to next week.
Okay. I'm just pausing there. MacoMD01, thank you so much for your follow. Welcome to the community. Lovely to have you along. So, ladies and gentlemen, F22, and well, I don't know about F22. I think he's probably going to finish now as well. And
Yeah,
I can't raid him because he's on YouTube.
Yeah, I'm gonna finish. I'm gonna end the stream in a minute and then go on, get some lunch, and do some
Super.
review for the safety exam.
Okay, good. I wish you good fortune with that. So I'm going to bid you goodbye now and drop the call. But once again, as I say, it's been a lot of fun this afternoon. Thoroughly enjoyed flying with you.
We've had a bunch of good games. I'm glad we did this.
Yeah. Okay. F22, thank you so much.
Thank
And
you.
I will speak to you again soon. Cheerio for now.
Have a good afternoon. Well, that was the Noble Cube. I think I'm going to research this airframe. And we're going to buy the airframe. I know I'm trying to build up credits, but here I am buying parts to a plane. But now I can actually start working on researching the IL-20. And I don't know if I want to just skip the... I don't know if I want to just completely skip over the IL-8 and just go straight for the 20 or fully upgrade it. I don't know. Anyway, that will be it for the stream, y'all. It's been good. Good series of games. Yeah. Have a good rest of your day wherever you are.